want to hear me. I was saying.
Finding those levels too. Look at that four-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with a straight left hand.
Oh, and there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.
Yo, you know the deal. We back again. We never slacking. Word 'em up. Ladies and guys, whether if you drunk or you high, it's time to pay respects to the illest man alive. If you think you got a point, he'll shrink you down to size. And from there it's downhill like a slinky or a slide. Open your eyes, got a deep connection with the rise, so you might see them jump in whenever they go live. Peep it, this channel blowing up now, it's not a secret. With tons of exclusive interviews to listen to. Them other channels I hate, but yo, they missing clues. They start narratives, sip the goose and twist the truth. It don't take a rocket scientist to get the proof. Just click the live at 4 p.m. Eastern time. But when you chime in, make sure you keep it kind. But if cowards want to debate, then it's feasting time. My man Just Do shine busy all the time. Grind 24/7, 365. Videos he might have 365. My rhyme's sick, they make you do a 365. You get a rich if you think you fit to survive. It's Just Do boxing, time to click the live. Ain't no beginners, if you soft, you ain't down to ride. I crush you, respect too, it's Just Do. He got the illest boxing show on the internet. The boy been a threat and he ain't even had dinner yet. Word 'em up. Yeah. You know what time it is. "4 p.m. Eastern." Click the
Do you foresee yourself being in, let's say, more thrilling fights as you get older?
Basically what you're saying is, Floyd, get beat up and get some black eyes, then get your hand raised.
No.
And then stoop to everybody else's level and be stupid.
When you get older, I'm saying, when you get older, do you think
there's nothing cool about taking punishment, getting beat up, getting bloody lips, and getting a check. The coolest thing I can do, I can dominate you, shut you out, and make crazy money, and go home and live with my family in a very, very comfortable and happy way. That's how I like to do it.
Lifting weights and being strong doesn't win fights. Having great timing and being a very, very smart and intelligent fighter wins fights. I mean, I've been in there before with guys that was a lot bigger and probably hit a lot harder and a lot stronger. But Floyd Mayweather always has the remedy.
Okay. Well, 37 opponents had a heart, and all of them came up short.
Speed kills, I guess, right? Watching you in person is a lot faster than on TV, man. How important is speed?
Well, it's not about speed. It's about smarts. It's about smarts, and it's about not getting hit that much.
Baldamir's a big guy. What are you going to do to offset the size difference?
It's not by size. Skills pays the bills at the end of the day. It's about being smart, and the smarter fighter is going to win. Most guys I don't beat them with speed and power. I beat them with smarts. I think about it. It's more up here than here.
Bring the truth or tell on your ass what you doing or what you're not doing every single time. You can lie, you can bullshit and all that, but when that bell ring, if you ain't put that work in, it's gonna show, bro. It's gonna show. Not to mention y'all in a sport that can cost you your life. Literally, you can die in this shit. So if that's the case, man, if you gonna do this, don't bullshit with it. If you don't really want it, say to yourself, keep it real with yourself. I really don't want this shit. I can't put the work in that it requires. Walk away. Ain't nobody mad at you. Go out there, you're young enough, you go get educated, get a skill, do something, man. But don't play with this, man. You can get killed in this shit, man.
What's good with the family? How y'all feeling on this Good Friday, man? We made it back. We was on time today, y'all. We actually was on time, man. But we back to build on this boxing, man. This was a topic that, somebody wanted me to cover yesterday. I told y'all, as promised, we was going to come back and chop it up a bit about this fight, because I got some thoughts on it. And again, man, I hope this just ain't another, Boots and Virgil 2.0 type of situation. I really do hope, for the sake of boxing and the sake of Boots' career, that he can secure a name fighter like Xander Zayas. Not too long ago, Eddie Hearn just gave a little short update to a degree of what was going on with Boots. And, he's saying that regardless of what, they're going to deliver a big fight. As opposed to, as to what name it is going to be. He don't really know the answer to that just yet. And I understand that, because I said this before, not everything is up to Eddie Hearn. A lot of people have been very critical of him and how he's moved Boots, but I think they've been a little bit unfair, to say the least. I do, because they act like he had him for, 10, 15 fights or something like that. Had Boots, I think, for less than 5 fights, and in that amount of time, he's became a champion, a unified champion. Then he's moved up a weight class, and the minute it came time to get in there with one of these named guys that everybody is asking him to fight, y'all see what happened. It's like the same old song and dance. I know it got to get old, man. It got to get frustrating, man. People got to get tired of seeing this happen this way. You get what I'm saying? I do all this promoting of these fights, and then when it's time to step in the ring and really throw down and get in there and do something about it, it's all this red and yellow tape that you got to, sift through. And now guys got options, and now guys got dream fights. You get what I'm saying? But I said this before, y'all. I knew it. Team Ortiz and Golden Boy didn't have their ducks in a row. They wasn't all on the same accord. And you could see as a result, it sent the rift. And half of what would make one of the biggest fights in boxing is now not in a position to not only make the fight, but he not in a position to make no fights. I said this. They overplayed their hand. All these games, all this posturing, and, the one-ups and the clapback Thursdays. And you get what I'm saying? Just to not get no fight. And you sat here, look, y'all, they sat here and did all this bragging about all these options that Virgil got. Now his option is to sit on the sideline and try to figure out the legal matter with his promoter, Golden Boy. It's crazy. Like, you can't make this shit up. He went from all of these options and dream fights, facing all with Boots, get me to now you on the sideline. Now you don't even know when you get back in the ring. Look how crazy that is. Nasty work by Golden Boy and company, man. But what's good to the family? Let me say what's up to everybody in the building. Y'all know how we do. We got to set the table. We're going to talk about this fight, man. Like I said, I just hope this is one that actually they can get over the hump. I'm tired of all this back and forth in these games being played. Look, Xander Zayas got a couple straps. Boots trying to see what them straps be about. You know what I'm saying? All these games being played, we need to see these fights, man. But something just tell me, like, I'm not as optimistic as I would like to be that this fight gets made. That's the crazy part. Because when it come to Boots, man, the bar get different. The bar get higher. The goalposts get moved. Like, it just start getting crazy, man. It's crazy, man. But I just hope this ain't one of those situations, man. Let me say what's good with the family, and we gonna get to it, man. Boxing Bill, what it do? Reef, what's good with it, bro? Yeah, I got you. Santros, what's good, fam? Jordan in the building, my dog. Rich, what's good? Samuel, what's good, family? Are you feeling fate? What's good, fam? What's good with it, man? Bruce Gas, peace to the OG. Virgil tripped. For real, Dolo Mike, what it do, man? Manuel, my dog in the building. What's good, family? How you feeling? Hey, I mean, Virgil, I think for me, and it's crazy because I can't even blame Virgil. Virgil, to me, seemed like he wanted to fight. Like, people don't just wake up and take they promoter to court or just sue, right? And maybe they do, but I think in this particular case, what happened was it seemed obvious. You're not able to secure the fight. You had them face off. You did all of this just for the fight not to be able to get made. And it's crazy because Virgil kind of had the same face when he was going back and forth a little bit in the most recent Twitter post with Boots. Is like, you kind of got to save face, but if everything was on the up and up, if everything was smooth on your side, you wouldn't be suing. So it's tough to accuse or blame the guy that that's not suing on why the fight didn't happen. Like, you clearly got to look over at Oscar and Golden Boy and say, yo, they was playing a lot of games, man. And as a result, now they got one of their biggest stars on the sideline. See what I'm saying? When you play too much, I'm telling you, handle business, man. Handle business and be about that business, man. And stop playing these games, man. All that posturing, that shit don't do nothing in the end of the day. You don't make a fight, you're gonna look crazy. You're gonna look crazy in the face, and that's right now. That's what they look. They looking crazy in the face. Get what I'm saying? Yeah, so, you know what I'm saying? And now Boots is forced to move on. You know what I mean? He forced to move on to something different and try to get another big opportunity somewhere else. And I'm telling you, I'm not fully surprised this happened. Told y'all this was gonna happen, bro. Knew it, I knew it. It's all fun and games when a dude and when and one mixtape Boots ain't in your weight class. You get what I'm saying? It's all fun and games when he ain't in your weight class, and you can call him out, try to make offers. And y'all know boxing circles is small, man. Y'all know full well he was very vocal about what he wanted to do. You seen him go unify. I felt like any offer made while he was not in the weight class was bad faith. Get what I'm saying? Then as soon as he get here, now he can't get an offer. Now people got dream fights. Now people got all these options. Now people out here suing. God damn, man. When are they out going to learn? Just deliver the fights, man. Marcus, my dog, what's good with it, bro? How you feeling? Kurt, what's good with it, family? It's coming out the commissioner. Boost Ennis versus Xander Zayas on a standstill. This sucks, man. Shout out to it sucks. I'm telling you, man. Shout out to my dog, man. Yeah, man. It just, that's why I say this needs to happen, because you running into deja vu all over again with Boots. Now you're running into deja vu. Now you're running into a similar situation that you was in beforehand. Like, right? You get what I'm saying? You just went through this over there when you was with Cameron Duncan and company, right? Where it was a log jam up there at 47, and it was unable to secure you any type of big fight. Then you get over there with Eddie Hearn, and you manage to get a couple decent fights. Now you right back in the same situation that you was at 147, man. And I'm disappointed because at this point, 154 got way too much talent for people not to be mixing up. There's no excuse for Jaron Ennis not to be fighting a quality name, and he keep getting the blame. They gonna keep blaming him, saying he got all these fights and he ain't fighting nobody, because every single time it's time to fight, these dudes become promoters, managers, accountants, all types of shit. You know, now they crunching numbers and shit. Like, it started to get crazy. Now they fake playing A side. You know what I'm saying? You know, Virgil Ortiz team and Oscar De La Hoya done A sided his favorite, one of his main fighters on the sideline. So much for A side. You done A side him to the sideline. He went from A side to the sideline. You get what I'm saying? A side to the sideline, fast as hell, to the courtroom, to the sideline now. Now the clapback Thursdays, he still dropped one, but they don't hit the same. You can't talk with your chest poked out and diss everybody else when one of your favorite fighters is suing you. You could try to say whatever is the reason. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, he ain't happy. And I'm pretty sure the way you handled this situation with Boots has made him disgruntled and unhappy out here playing around. Now y'all making $10 million demands and shit for non-title fights. Come on, man. This is what's wrong with boxing. Now, again, y'all, it's situations like this is to why Zuffa boxing exists, is why the Turkey Island Sheiks of the world exist. And I mean that wholeheartedly, bro, because they got every ingredient, you know, as far as the talent, like these promoters, right? They got every ingredient to make a great fight. Boots and Virgil, there's not a soul that would complain about that fight. And if they do, we don't even pay attention to them because they're not even realistic. There's not a soul in boxing that really watch this shit that wouldn't watch Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, and we'll pay for it on pay-per-view. Like, take our money right now for it. Take our money right now for it. And look, cool. Sometimes plan A's don't work out and you got to divert to your plan B. All right. If this is the backup plan, that's what they labeling as Xander Zayas, then why the hell can't they just iron out a deal? What's all the holdup? That's what I'm saying. And that y'all ain't going to convince me it's and one mixtape Boots. Because I'm telling you, the next dude he get in there with, he is going to make an and one mixtape. I'm telling you, what is it? Volume 35? Where we at, Boots? How many wins Boots got? What is it? Volume 36 coming up? Y'all know what it is. Tell one of these dudes, these tough guys at 54 with a quality name to get in there, and I guarantee you the same thing he been doing to everybody else, he gonna do to them too. Guarantee you, man. Boots is a for real talent, man. I'm tired of the fact that Boots is still being questioned whether he's legit or not. In 2026 is a crime, bro. Boxing got to do something, bro. I don't even know who to point the finger at. Everybody got to make something shake, man. That man deserves better than that. He's far too talented, yo. You know what I'm saying? It's just another case of guys overlooking talent because he don't got the names on the resume that, piques people's interest. And every single time it's time to fight one of these guys, it's some BS. Even with Stan Jonas, he had to give up money there. Like, it's always something. It's not on Boots, man. I'm riding with Boots right now. It's not on him. Telling you it's not on Boots, bro. These people crazy, man. Get in there and get that man to smoke, bro. Kyle Cooler, blessings, family. How you feeling, bro? Mr. M Pride in the building, my dog. You know what I mean? Yeah, Eddie Hearn said something about it too, man. Ill status in the building. Howard, was good, fam? How y'all feeling, man? Shout out to the bros. Old money swag in the building. 35 with 31K of Philly's finest. There you go. Yeah, so I was right. And one mixtape volume 36 is on the way, and they trying to do everything. You know what I mean? It seemed like every time Boots don't get a fight, it's like an artist getting a album pushed back. Y'all don't want that mixtape to drop because it's going to tear the streets up. It's going to shake 54 up. He going to beat the hell out of one of y'all favorite fighters. I know Xander is a very likable dude. I like him. I support him. I rock with him. I know he got, some diehard fans, but I'm telling you right now, they throw Xander Zayas in there with and one mixtape Boots. Volume 36 is on the way. You can guarantee that. You can guarantee it. You guarantee it, bro. Like, he need to do something, man. I'm sick of this, bro. Something got to give, man. You can't keep blaming this dude. It's crazy that I'm telling you something I personally feel like Shakur and Jaron Ennis got in common is they've been victims of their own talent. I don't care what nobody say. Some of it could be decision making and moves or promoters and that type of thing. But when it's all said and done, they both, to me, to a degree, are victims of their own talent. And that's why certain names have eluded him. I'm telling you right now, if Boots Ennis was looking like I'm telling y'all, with the name that he got and the expectations, the way people talk about him, if he was looking suspect in fights and looking shaky, they'll be chomping at the bit to get in there with him. I guarantee you. But the fact that they know that's very dangerous, and then they can keep, he ain't got no title. You know what I mean? I want unifications. They could play that game with him. But soon, I'm telling you, the minute they let his foot in the door. And this is why I would appreciate Xander. No disrespect to him for being a sacrificial lamb. If he'd be a guy that could step in there with Boots in his necks. Because it clearly ain't going to be Virgil. We can get that out of our mind. That's over with. That quick. First quarter of the year already. And the Boots Ennis and Virgil Ortiz fight is on super pause. Virgil career is on pause. Nothing going on over there. Come on, man. Like, how many big names is it out there? Like, I mean, it's guys to fight, but come on, man. Who ain't going to pay for Xander and Boots? Because I am take my money right now for it. Get what I'm saying? I'll watch it. I'll watch it, and I'll definitely pay for it. Yeah, Hater has to be the youngin', man. So that's why I say if he going to be the sacrificial lamb, I appreciate him. Poi was good with him. Say he wants Boots next. You think PBC let him do it? It's tough. It's tough to say, Poi, because it's like, what's their incentive to go over there messing with Boots to give him an opportunity at a potential like one of their champions? If I think depending on how Fundora and Keith Thurman play out, I think that'll have a big impact on where they take Fundora next, obviously. But I just don't know if everybody willing to walk down that alley, because it's a dark alley. It ain't no lights, street lights ain't on, none of that. It's a dark alley down there, and it's dangerous, bro. That's fighting boots is like walking a plank, and these fighters don't want to do it. I'm tired of this. I'm not playing. If I'm wrong, I will be proud and wrong, and y'all could cook me for it, and I'll eat my crow like I always say. But until somebody prove me otherwise, what I think we seeing with Boots is very legit. It's very legit. I do. I think it's very legit. And I think that these fighters know it. So unless they rolling out the red carpet for these dudes and backing out the Brinch truck, they not jumping in there. That's what it seemed like is going on. That's not even Eddie Hearn or Boots' fault at this point. Somebody should be like somebody at 54 of substance that's quality and or champion has to have the mentality like, yo, I could take Boots out. I could beat that dude. And I'm not saying they scared. I'm not saying Xander, none of that. I don't think he's a scary dude, none of that. I think he believe in himself. But do the teams of the fighters believe in them enough to take the risk without Boots having a title? Because that's what it's starting to look like to me. Without him having a title, they got all types of, like, it's crazy, man. I told you, dudes turn into managers, accountants, promoters, like everything. You know what I mean? They start talking about bucket list fights and shit. Like, come on, man. Don't nobody want to fight this man? Somebody should want to get his man a run for his money. Like, and you know what bothers me the most? With all of these fans talking about how much hype Boots is, how he don't fight nobody. Even some of the fighters take their shots. Why don't y'all fight him? Like, and I don't want to throw Devin in there, but he literally on Devin Haney hit list, bro. And then when his pops get asked about fighting him, he just sit there and look into the camera. You can't make this stuff up. Nobody is itching and chomping at the bit to fight him. I'm convinced. I don't care, because if it was, the fight had happened, bro. That's what I believe. And look, I'm not gonna say it's the fighters 100% because we just seen that it wasn't that with Virgil. It's clearly some dysfunction going over there in his team, right? Man, I think Virgil would have took that fight happily, man. But this is nasty work. They about to repeat 147 all over again. Boots got to be fishing for fights. He got to be pulling teeth and convincing guys to take on the challenge. I'm not trying to hear he's not a world champion. I'm sick of people questioning his legitimacy in the sport. And I understand it to a certain degree because you want to see those 50-50 matchups. But look what I'm saying. Every single time you get to one of those better matchups, here we go. It's always bull. It's every single time. Y'all ain't tired of this? Yo, seriously, bro. Y'all not tired of this. I know it ain't him, bro. Nobody is going to convince me Boots don't believe in himself. That dude is one of the few fighters that you know for a fact when he say, yo, I'm going to just go out there and have fun. He really do that. Like, how you had fun in something as dangerous as boxing is beyond me. But Boots is crazy enough and throwed off enough, talented enough to go out into a sport where you risking your health and he having a ball. You get what I'm saying? Boots be having a damn blast in the ring. You get me? It'd be his home away from home. That's like his second home. He'd be so comfortable in there. He'd be playing with the opposition. Come on, man. Yeah, I want to see him in 50-50 fights, but these 50-50 guys got to be wanting to fight him just as bad as he wanted to fight them, bro. I'm tired of this. Man, yo. Still to this day, they ain't 35 and no, he ain't fought nobody, man. All you got is Stan Jonas. Who's Stan Jonas? Man, you even if you don't know who Stan Jonas is, you know who And One Mixtape Boots is. And before I'm done, I'm gonna make sure everybody know that that's the nickname I gave him. And One Mixtape Boots, because he the only one that go in there, and it's like boxing, but with And One, right? He doing like And One shit with boxing gloves, and they're playing, slowing it down, matrix moves. You get what I'm saying? Like, he beating the hell out of guys. He changing dudes in there. Come on, man. He is legit. And look, y'all, this the nasty part about boxing. You got enough, because of Boots being held back by his own talent and maybe lack of moving him the right way. You got people still talking like he ain't what he is. And he about to get overlooked and underappreciated the same in a similar light that Crawford was underappreciated. I'm telling you. Dude gonna be 40-0. They're gonna be like, but he ain't fought nobody yet. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, it's the same old cycle over and over again. Jaron Boots Ennis, people, for the ones that doubt him, his naysayers. How can he prove himself if he can't secure the names? Don't keep telling me about all of these offers when he wasn't at the weight class. I was very clear about what I thought. I said the minute he get there and get a fight out the way, watch it be different. And I gotta say it, like, look how different it is. Look, we went from one of the best face-offs to the world to lawsuits and moving on and shit, to plan Bs and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, what happened that fast? What happened? You stand there telling that man, you're gonna give us the answer right now. You got an answer for us? Boots said, man, the time is now. I'm gonna show all of y'all. They ain't like that. They like, Boots too confident, man. This dude too confident. And yeah, he was. He looked them in their face. He said, I'm gonna show all y'all. Y'all been talking crazy. The Boots was looking for a reason to turn up, man. Like, yo, y'all been talking crazy. That stuff sparring him. Yeah, I think that ruins some opportunities sparring too. Eddie has to go to work for Boots. Yeah, I think he been doing it though. I think Eddie been doing a solid job. Shout out to MLC, man. B-Scroll, what's good with it, fam? Earl's my dream fight. I have options. Al Booger, feel me? Hey, we ain't trying to hear that. Stretched out boxing, my dog. Face said they saw Boots highlights and said, never mind. Yeah, and then look, y'all, he ain't even get to put out a whole mixtape. I keep telling y'all that was a demo. It was too short to be a mixtape. It was barely an EP. It wasn't even an EP. You know what I'm saying? That was an intro. You get what I'm saying? Bro put out a demo. Like, that was just a snippet of what's to come at 54. And look, right on cue, what are they doing? Tearing Boots down for his most recent opposition, but not focusing on the fact that he said after he got a fight out the way, he was coming for the smoke. He was very consistent. Boots made sure he made it to Virgil Ortiz in them fight to get in the ring and get people that face off. He made sure, bro. You get what I'm saying? Stretched out box. He did a skit, bro, and that it got him spooked. They seen that skit. They like, man, y'all think we should fight him next? I'm telling you, that conversation probably got different. Oscar De La Hoya seen that shit. He said, yeah, I'm gonna have to get him the most money possible. I'm gonna have to. Oscar said, I'm gonna have to. I got to do everything in my power to get him the most money possible, bro, because he gonna wreck something. And that's what people don't want. They don't want the Jaron Boots. They don't want the N1 mixtape Boots Ennis experience, bro, because it's gonna get bad in there. It's gonna get bad. I'm telling you, he out there changing fighters. Roman Villa never be the same. And I'm willing to bet money that he took fights off Stanionis' career. And I'm not even trying to be funny. I bet you any amount of money he did. He be changing people, and they know that. When Boots get his hands on you, and it's a common theme is he beat you more convincingly and worse than you ever been beat in your career. Every single time he doing it. He might not fight the biggest names because we see what happened every single time. But when he get in there with the guys that are brave enough to give him an opportunity to showcase his talent, you get what I'm saying? He show it. He show you exactly what he is. And he proved over and over again why guys are a little bit more hesitant. I don't want to say nobody's scared, but they don't want that N1 mixtape experience, bro. People are not lining up for that. You get what I'm saying? Because if this mixtape get pushed back one more time, man, like Boots is just the artist trying to put out his work, y'all. I need the boxing world. I need the guys at 54 to wake up, man. I need somebody to get brave and say, you know what, man, I beat this dude up and I beat this Philly boy. Like, you get me? I need somebody to just come out of left field and say, man, I'm going to kick his ass, bro. I got him. You know, we ain't seeing none of that. It's all like you hear fighters entertain things, and then next thing you know, it's like it go quiet. It's crickets. Put this fight together, man. What's the quote? Put the fight on, man. Roland, what's good with it, bro? Put the fight on, man. You know what I'm saying? Boots got it, you know what I mean? He got the project ready to go, Fate. He got the tracks lined up, ready to go, man. He just ready to drop, bro. And they holding him back. He got to keep pushing his album back. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to be back in, like, I think, what did it say, May? Now, or March or April, March or April, one of them. Now they saying maybe June. So I don't know. We just need to see N1 mixtape Boots, man. It's a crime that we not seeing more Jaron Ennis. Xander Zayas, man. I believe in the young man. He's talented. He got a couple of those belts, but it's a target on his back. And I want to see what kind of champion he gonna be. He got some big shoes to fill. He trying to be that next guy from Puerto Rico, right? That next Puerto Rican champ. You know, the next Cotto type dude, right? Cotto will fight. If Cotto will fight a guy like Boots, if Boots is available at the time with Cotto coming up doing this thing, Cotto will fight Boots. I just want to say that for the Xander Zayas fans out there, man, that love their Puerto Rican champion, man. Look, Cotto will fight Boots. You know what I mean? Cotto would have fought a guy like Boots, in my opinion. And he ain't turned down no smoke, bro. So I ain't saying he turning down smoke, but I don't want to hear that the fight is on hold and it's stalled. I'm not trying to hear that, bro. Every single time it's Boots, it's something stupid. It's time to fight. Somebody got to get in there. And for once, because somebody proved to us that he's hype. Show us that. That's all. I'll shut up about all this and one mixtape shit. Show me he ain't and one mixtape Boots. Every time he get in there, it's a massacre, man. You know how motivated you got to be when your kid is on the way, bro? And you fighting to defend your title and the possibility of winning another one, and you got a good check on the way. All that motivation. But 6 rounds in, you find yourself after 6 rounds, you in the corner in the stool, and the doctor's looking at you, and you telling them you good. Like, you not going back out there. Do you know, like, what? You know how much damage he probably did to Stanionis? Physically, mental, emotional. Like, he beat, like, hellfire and brimstone out of him, bro. I'm telling you, he put hands all over that man and changed him. Roman Villa probably never be the same. Did y'all see him in his fight after he fought Boots? Getting dropped and stuff? Looking all different? I'm telling you, them fights just don't be turning out good for dudes, man. And it's a lot to consider, bro. Dudes need damn near retirement checks to get in there with him. The man that once paid the man $10 million is you telling me right there he's dangerous. And I know it. You know, 160 between 151 straight. Zuffa only has 147 and 160. They get there. They still early though. But no, the Zuffas exist because of reasons like this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Cotto was a warrior. He wouldn't turn down no smoke. If it was a Boots Ennis in his division, while he up and coming undefeated, he definitely getting that smoke in. Cotto wanted that smoke. Cotto was about that action. But I got a little short clip from Eddie Hearn, man, that I'm going to play, man. This is what Eddie Hearn said in regards to Boots.
You know, Boots now will fight in June, which, you know, is disappointing because he was supposed to fight end of April, May. But listen, as long as we get the right fight, it's okay. And you know, sometimes these big fights just slip out of your hands. And like I said, I don't give up all hope on it. But one thing is for sure, Jaron Boots Ennis will be in a massive fight next. Who against? I can't tell you right now, but I know that we're only interested in those fights, and we will make one happen.
Is that one of the names, Xander Zayas? Is that the name that you're pushing for?
That would, I mean, Boots Xander is arguably as good as Boots against Ortiz. I mean, it's for the unified world championship. So I can't speak on behalf of Xander and Top Rank. I think Xander is a brilliant fighter, and he's a guy that has appetite to make great fights. And if he does, I think he'll take the challenge.
I mean, there you go. That was from Eddie saying that. So, look, he's saying it's going to be a big fight regardless, but we already know who those names are. And if those dudes not willing to play ball, it's going to be looking like another empty promise or guarantee or Eddie Hearn getting the hopes up of the people and then not being able to deliver. But I just got to be fair. He got to talk that way because that's what his goals and his plans are. He like, look, we going to secure one of these fights. He got to be optimistic, man. I think he doing what he's supposed to be doing. Like, but he getting an unfair shake. I think people treating him like he ain't making sure that his fighter is good. And I'm like, y'all missing it. He did well by Richardson Hitchens. He doing well by Boots. Get what I'm saying? He putting people in position. Shit, when he had Berlanga, he was doing good by him. These dudes be leaving, right? So I don't know, man. It's gonna be tough, man. Here's another little short clip from the Ariel Helwani show. What bro was talking about this as well.
We've been frustrated at the inability to make the Boots Ennis Virgil Ortiz fight, and now all of a sudden we see, hey, it could be Xander Zayas sliding in. And quite frankly, I said this yesterday, that's a very good plan B, if that is plan B. Is it plan B?
It's a very good plan B.
Yes.
If it's a plan B.
Yes. Are you interested?
Absolutely.
Are there talks of this happening?
Absolutely. You should have been at lunch with me.
I was doing my show. It's a long show.
Wait.
Zayas versus Boots is tremendous.
Yeah, we're talking.
Would you do that in Puerto Rico? Would Boots be okay with that?
I'm not sure Puerto Rico's the place to do it.
Okay.
You know, in a perfect world, I love New York for that fight. I really love New York for that fight. I think we've been playing around with some buildings and looking at some stuff in New York. The availability is a little bit, but it's in talks. I mean, I think people have. I mean, that you've saw the chatter out there. Xander wants to fight. We would love to do the fight, and I know that Matchroom and DAZN would love to see Boots get that fight.
What was?
So you see, man, they talked about it. I'm gonna see if I can find the extended version on that. See if he elaborated any more. That was just a minute clip, but you see what they saying, man. They throwing them fillers out there, man. They saying this talk. He's like, yo, you should have been with us at lunch. Like, this is a fight that such and such won. And that's the thing, man. Like, listen to what they be telling you all the time when they be speaking. Well, such and such won it, and I know DAZN and Matchroom will be glad to get boosted. I know Eddie Hearn and them, they salivating to get somebody in there with Boots, because I do believe that Eddie Hearn believes in the talent that Boots Ennis is. I do. The question is, does the opposition believe in their guy the way I believe Boots and his team believe in him? His pops is fight these dudes too, man. I'm telling you, I know they feel like they could win, man. They're not ducking no smoke, man. They can't prove themselves and solidify themselves, stamp themselves in the game without those quality top names, man. I just need for once to see a fight get over the hump without the BS. You heard both of them. See, it kind of lines up just a bit, y'all. You see it. You hear Eddie Hearn speaking about it. You hear it on Xander's side. They talking about it, right? And you know DAZN and Eddie Hearn would love it. Yeah. All right, then. If we ask y'all, would Xander take the fight? They're going to say yes. If we ask them on the other side, would Boots take the fight? They're going to say yes. If we ask Xander and company team, are they confident that he could beat Boots? They're going to say yes, and vice versa. Like, what are we doing? Like, I'm trying to figure out what's the hang up. Swear this better not be another Virgil Ortiz situation where he just got to move on again. Telling you, man. I'm tired of this, man. Somebody prove that Boots is not what he is instead of complaining about him, because these dudes and their team or their teams are not fully comfortable with putting him in there, especially without him having a title. They don't want it. They don't want it, bro. This shit is crazy, man. It blows me, man. It really does. This shit crazy, man. Y'all know that boy from Philly like that. Y'all know it. Y'all know he get in there and he just calls a rep, bro. Mr. No fill out round himself. He get right in there and the ass whooping commence immediately. I'm telling you, he get right in there and start playing with you. And one mixtape moves, bro. He looking like the latest and one mixtape dude. You get me? Going out there painting Picassos on y'all dudes. That's why y'all don't want it. Y'all know what y'all doing. Y'all know what y'all doing, man. Telling you, man, y'all denying this man an opportunity to be great. Yeah, I'm going there with it today because I'm tired of them trashing him. Shout out to Mind George. Yeah, he doing good by court too. I think so. Why is it the same circumstance occurring with Boots at 54? Because I think we seeing it. Look, in Pride. Soon as it's time for him and Virgil suing. You get what I'm saying? Soon as it's time, Virgil suing. You get what I'm saying? Boots will beat up on Xander. I think so too. Yeah, they say he ain't quite ready. You know the bad part though, Roland? He got 2 titles, so he got to be ready. Shout out to the Queen Lisa. How you feeling today? Always good to see you in the building. You get me? Just making your thumbnails. That'd be me, bro. I'll be making them joints. Yeah, no. Shout out to my guy, Fate. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for noticing the thumbnail, man. You know, they don't want that Philly boy, the 215, man. They don't want it. They don't want it, bro. It's crazy. Can't find them in any sanctioned body except the WBA. That's nasty, man. Now I haven't even looked. Made Kelly versus Boots. Easy stop, Mike Ryan. What it do? And that's the thing, man. That's a fight too, but they're not going to give credit for that. They're going to complain. That's not going to be one of the names. Think about it. They'll just say the names. Virgil Ortiz, Xander Zayas, Josh Kelly. 2 of them names going to check the boxes and people won't complain about, because Xander got 2 titles, and with or without a title, Boots and Virgil is, I think, a sellout event. I really do. Think about how boxing is missing the mark because somebody ain't as confident as what they telling the public that they are. Somebody is not on the same page, and I think it's clear as to who that somebody is now. Boots and them haven't changed their mind on the Virgil thing. The only time you heard them say they got to move on is when the lawsuit shit came about, and they knew that all talks and potential opportunities to make that fight just got killed for the time being. It's nasty, bro. Nasty, man. Nasty, right, man. This shit is crazy, man. It's a recurring theme. It's deja vu. This 147 all over again. I'm disappointed in 154. I am. I really thought that was gonna fix the problem with Boots, you know, in terms of the names and the level of opposition and all that stuff. I thought 54 pounders was gonna be like, man, you get me? I thought somebody would be like, man, I'm gonna beat Boots' ass. Somebody out there, do anybody got that energy? Nah, seriously, bro, because something ain't adding up. Like, don't be nice about it. Is there anybody out there? Like, seriously, bro. I feel like I want to ask the boxing world, like, what's good? Like, who feel like they whoop Boots' ass? Charlo talking about 10 million. So the hell no, that's not happening. Nobody's paying you 10 million off a layoff to fight Boots with no titles on the line. That's out. I don't think so anyway. You know what I'm saying? For your first fight back, that's out. Right? Team Ortiz and them, remember, they threw out said something about 10 million too. It's everybody playing games. They don't want this mixtape to drop, man. Sitting here waiting for this man to drop, man. Know what I'm saying? Boots like your favorite artist, and you just waiting for him to drop that banger. You just waiting for him to drop that banger, man. I'm annoyed, bro. I'm annoyed a little bit, man. 54 is just letting me down, bro. They letting me down left and right, bro. Debo, somebody, bro. Come on, man. Somebody gotta fight him. He on people hit list. Boots just be minding his own Philly business, bro. Y'all out here talking about, is he gonna give y'all answers and all this stuff? And your Virgil would do X, Y, and Z. Like, you know, Virgil will stop Boots. All right, then throw him in there. Damn, man. I'm about to play the little dirt, man. What happened to Virgil, man? What's happening, bro? Like, seriously, what happened? Can't even get a damn fight, bro. He had 54 and y'all still acting crazy, man. I don't even know what to say. Somebody got Debo Dev. Somebody get Debo Dev on the line, man. Will he fight him or what? Shout out to We Fight All Night. What's good with it, bro? Brooklyn Goat. PUC might get Boots a chance if Fedor beat Keith. Yeah, possibly, man. Something, man. Somebody Debo. Somebody call Dev, man. Get Dev on the line, bro. Somebody gotta be willing to fight this dude, bro. Jim, shout out to my dog Jaron. He said, call Debo. You get me, man? Somebody called Debo, said they fight him. Hold on. Let me play y'all the clip of let me see if I can find it in my phone with Bill. And they asked about Debo fighting fighting Debo. Hold on, man. Because they asked Trail Bill about this fight, bro. They did. Hold on, let me see, man. All right, man. Let me pull this up, man. Yeah, man. We gotta get somebody to fight Boots. Like, I ain't hearing the right kind of energy, bro. Like, I ain't hearing that same offer energy, man. I'm hearing options and I'm hearing everything, but we want to fight, bro. Very disappointed, man. Very disappointed, bro. Boots gonna have to fight Josh Kelly. Telling you, gonna have to fight another runner up, run of the mill. I'm telling you, bro, because these dudes not wanting to get in the ring. Shit is disgusting work, bro. Hold on, man. Let me pull this joint up, man. Because they asked Trill Bill, man. They asked him about this fight. Trill was like, is Virgil gonna be on the shelf? Yeah, that's what I think. It's about to be. They about to not make no money. Yes, he about to be on the shelf, bro. Paul, he gonna be on the shelf. Because again, if you can't see eye to eye with the promoter, I'm doubt if he gonna be on his P's and Q's trying to get you a fight. And Oscar already said it. He was like, yo, this could take months, even years. Like, he already throwing that out there. And then you know it coming from his petty ass. You just don't know. Because he like to go back and forth and play games. Yeah, that's what it's looking like, Al Booger. It's looking that way. And
because of the fact that Devin Haney lost. And we know you don't want a loss on your record, right? A loss on your record takes away everything that you have tried to accomplish with Devin Haney. That's why, to me, you won't fight Boots. You won't fight fighters that are at a 50-50 stage with you. Fighter that you know you can't beat. I believe that you're a great strategist when it comes to this game. You're a great manager. You know how to pick and choose the fights. But I believe that you're picking opponents that you know you can beat. I want to see Devin Haney challenge. So where do you go after the Ryan fight? Do you go up to 154 and fight some of those bigger opponents like Jaron Boots Ennis? Because my understanding is Jaron Jaron Boots Ennis told Devin Haney, let's fight at 152, and Devin Haney wanted Jaron to come back down to 147, and we all know it's a lot easier to go up than it is to come down. Am I correct? Like, it's more strain on your body to have to lose the weight again than to actually gain the weight and then put on and still be at the same ability that you were before you gained the weight. Am I correct with that? Because you're a trainer too as well, so you would understand that aspect.
Next caller, we done?
No, he didn't ask me a question. He wouldn't ask me a question. That was a statement. Ask me a question.
Are you going to fight Jaron Boots Ennis after you fight Ryan Garcia? If you go and you fight Ryan Garcia and you beat him, are you going to move up and fight Jaron Boots Ennis? Or are you going to stay at 147 and undispute?
All right, White Mike.
Hey. Yeah, hey, that's what he said. He ain't say nothing. He just, look, he say he ain't asked him a question. Dude answered a very specific question, but he on the list, though. I'm so frustrated, man. People out here putting Boots' name on hit lists like he's just some poop putt. Get what I'm saying? People doing all this bragging about offers. Now he in your weight class with a fight under his belt, and dude's already like, man, I'm saying, man, that was different, man. Damn, man, I'm disappointed. I don't even want to be wrong and point fingers in the wrong direction. Golden Boy, you bogus. Oscar, you bogus. Virgil Ortiz, you bogus for facing off with Boots and then getting out the ring talking about a dream fight with Earl Spence. They already said they're not paying for that shit. Why y'all keep talking about that? Don't ever say that again until they come out and say they're willing to pay for it. Nobody's putting up the money. Talking about bucket list fights, man. You gonna face off with the Phenom now. I got options, man. I got options. Y'all seen Earl? Yo, imagine me and Earl in Dallas and in Jerry's world. Nah, imagine you and Boots anywhere, just in a boxing ring. Put them dudes in the sandbox. I don't give a damn. A black top. Imagine that. Sitting here talking about could you imagine Virgil in Earl in Texas and Jerry's world to sell out? No, I don't want to imagine that. I don't want to imagine that. Especially after you just faced off with one of the baddest men in the world. I want to imagine that. I just seen that shit. You talking about imagine something else. Now you out here playing in our face talking about imagine this. Nah, imagine you actually delivering the fight that you said you was going to deliver. Imagine you having your fighter face off with a guy and actually going about fighting. Now, y'all was so and I'm telling you, I'm standing on this. Just my opinion. I want to make sure I'm gonna say that because I don't got all of the facts, but just based on what's out there. If I had to take a stab at it, bro, the dysfunction with Virgil and Golden Boy reached a point to the they were on such different, I think, accords when it came to how they was going to go about going at making a Boots fight that it caused him to be on the sideline and suing right now. That's what I think. I don't want to blame nobody. Everybody needs to just hold themselves accountable. They all lose. Oscar, your fighter going to shelf. Virgil, you ain't making no money now on boxing, and now you face inactivity, ring rust, shit like that. Come on, man. This dude already spent significant time out the ring because of Rabdo. The least you could have did was made sure that this didn't happen. Damn, boxing be playing in our face, bro. Told you they wasn't like that, man. Y'all ain't want to fight Boots. Y'all should have just said it, man. Y'all out here playing. Y'all trying to play with y'all. Y'all want to play. We want to see fights. Y'all out here playing. And Boots, we got options. 10 million. Like, what do you mean 10 million, bro? 10 million for a non-title fight. Bro, if you don't get your ass in the ring, bro. Never seen Bill Haney's speeches. I'm telling you, bro, it's crazy. Mag, what's good with it? Nothing to do with it, man. I'm telling you, Lisa, I don't want nothing to do with him. Tay, Papa, like, what's good, my guy? How you feeling, family? What's good with it, man? OT in the building. What's good, bro? Diabolical that Bill was actually not willing to answer the question. Not for real. That was outrageous to sit there and not answer that question. Like, bro, the people was waiting. He ain't say nothing. But see, look, and I'm not even trying to make it about them. I'm not trying to make it about them. The reason I played that was obvious, right? So you can see how people respond. That's pretty much Bill's response was pretty much what the boxing world response is when somebody asks about fighting Boots. Y'all think it's just like this.
Next caller, you
would understand that aspect. again than to actually gain the weight and then put on and still be at the same ability that you were before you gained the weight. Am I correct with that? Because you're a trainer too as well, so you would understand that aspect.
Next caller, we done?
No, he didn't ask me a question. He wouldn't ask me a question. That was a statement. Ask me a question.
Are you going to fight Jaron Boots Ennis after you fight Ryan Garcia? If you go and you fight Ryan Garcia and you beat him, are you going to move up and fight Jaron Boots Ennis? Or are you going to stay at 147 and undisputed?
That's the boxing world in a nutshell. When it comes to
All right, White Mike.
That's the boxing world. That's the boxing world right there in a nutshell. That is the boxing world. I'm sorry. I don't like, bro, what else could I say? Like, y'all playing games. Somebody got to go get that mixtape done on them, man. Somebody got to, who going to be the good Samaritan at this point, bro? We got to damn near bribe somebody to fight Boots. That's what it's seeming like, bro. If I'm wrong, show me. If I'm wrong, show me. Because they was loud as hell when he was still down there at 47 trying to figure shit out. They was loud as hell about offers and all types of shit, right? They even joked about him wanting all these tune-ups. That man got one tune-up and went straight for the smoke. And then everybody started talking about plans and options. Plans, options, lawsuits, you know what I'm saying? Courtrooms. Man, legal fees. This shit went from you got an answer for me to legal fees, literally, bro. Literally, sideline. No fights. Virgil T.I. Somebody asked me who Virgil fighting next, bro. This shit is outrageous, man. I don't understand boxing sometimes. That's why I ain't mad at Zuffa. That's why I ain't mad at Turkey Al-Sheik. OP was good, family. Lance was good with it. Man, that's why I ain't mad. That's why I ain't mad, bro. They gonna keep it. I'm starting to I feel bad for Boots too, bro. We gotta bribe Al Booger. We gotta bribe people to get in the ring with him. They don't want to fight. I'm convinced. I can't see it no other way. And it's like I don't want to say they scared, like afraid, scared, but people don't want to lose to him. Without dudes is demanding 8-figure paydays to fight him with no title. And you want me to believe that the boxing world is just ecstatic to go in there and try to challenge themselves with him? Damn, I'm disappointed, man, because I really thought moving up a weight class was going to solve the problem that he had at 47. You get what I'm saying? I really thought that. I'm like, damn, it's way too many guys up there. They going to want to fight. Dude's going to want to fight him. Ain't no way he going to get up here and just nobody want to. But I ain't hearing it. I don't hear it. Like, where is it at? Where should I be looking? Who's going to be the guy that challenge this dude, man? Damn, man. We got to bribe. Who we got to bribe to get in the ring, bro? Like, come on, man. Like, we going to buy the fight, yo. You know what I'm saying? Miami ain't even high up on Miami. It's in Florida. Man, I'm telling you, bro. I don't know what this is. I don't know what we're going to do at this point, bro. Boots, man. Boots, Boots got to go on. Boots going to have to donate half his purse. Stu gonna have to donate half his purse to the other guy to get to the opponent to get these dudes to fight him. This shit is ridiculous, man. This shit is ridiculous.
You know,
man.
Boots now will fight in June, which, you know, is disappointing because he was supposed to fight end of April, May. But listen, as long as we get the right fight, it's okay. And you know, sometimes these big fights just slip out of your hands. And like I said, I don't give up all hope on it, but one thing is for sure, Jaron Boots Ennis will be in a massive fight next. Who against? I can't tell you right now, but I know that we're only interested in those fights, and we will make one happen.
Is that one of the names, Xander Zayas? Is that the name that you're pushing for?
That would, I mean, look, Boots Xander is arguably as good as Boots against Ortiz. I mean, it's for the unified world championship. So I can't speak on behalf of Xander and Top Rank. I think Xander is a brilliant fighter, and he's a guy that has appetite to make great fights. And if he does, I think he'll take the challenge.
I hope, man. Like, he's saying he'll take the challenge, and I be wanting to feel like that too. But is he really making all the calls or what? You know what I'm saying? Like, is he really making the calls? Like, you know? Is he calling the shots? Like, is they gonna really let him go choose his own fight, man? You get me? Is they gonna do that? I don't know if they is, bro. I just don't know if that's what's going on over there. I have no damn clue, bro. Like, if that's what's going on. It's ridiculous, bro. It's crazy. I'm gonna try to listen to some of this you know, this was, what was this, top ranked president Todd DeBuff talking on Ariel Helwani's show, man. I'm gonna see if he provided more insight besides that little clip that I just had played for y'all. See if he spoke more on the situation. But it was good, family. It's disappointing though, because I really expected this to be different. And again, it's gonna be more Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn ain't doing this. Eddie Hearn can't make these dudes sign contracts, man. Eddie Hearn can't make these dudes be reasonable at that negotiation table, right? Eddie Hearn can't force these things. He can only come to the table and do his best attempt at making a fight. And it seems like it's starting to seem clear as day that the only way these guys is gonna get in there and fight Jaron Ennis is if, like I said, they're gonna have to open the bank vault for these dudes. They're gonna have to open the bank vault. No other way. I don't see it. That's what I'm starting to say. They treating Boots like GSR at 47. I'm telling you, they trying to avoid him. Like, man, yeah, he ain't got no belt. Sounded real good, didn't it? And then it's like, man, then y'all don't deliver. So let's see, bro. Let's see real quick. Forever G's was good with it. Let's listen to some of this. You heard Charlo say 10 mil. You heard Virgil and Virgil's team put something out about 10 million. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, bro.
Previous 53 years.
Yeah.
I got a lot of shade from our fighters coming at us.
I mean, this generation.
This generation,
yes.
yes.
It feels like,
Grandpa Bob, kiss the ring, right?
Exactly.
Right before there was a knife in his back.
Right. Good point. Fair play. So when did you feel like the zone was close?
I'm telling you, the NDAs, they like, bro, they gotta bribe fighters, convince them, coerce them, like baby him. I don't know, bro. Like what it's gonna take. I'm being so serious. Like, or am I so off base? Like, cause that's what I'm hearing is bogus money demands and then talks. Yeah, they're in talks and then talks stall. Like, soon as you told us they in talks, then it stalled that fast, and you want me to believe they want to fight? How did it stall so fast? What's a better option? Damn, man, dudes ain't got no better option. Go in there and let that man make his mixtape and go about his business. Heard it ain't even that bad to get knocked out. Heard it don't even hurt that bad, bro. I might as well go out there and allow Boots to make his mixtape in peace, bro. And just go on with your career. That's it.
Start to feel like, okay, this is going to be our home.
You know, I think we have an obligation. I think all of us have an obligation in the content business to see where the marketplace is going, right? And DAZN came in a very bold way early on and really kind of caught me by surprise because, I mean, I taught John Skipper what a southpaw was against Loma and Rigo at the Highsmith, when they had the Heisman, the Heisman Trophy winner, and all of a sudden I see him come into the marketplace and throw $300 million to Canelo on another platform. I didn't know what to think, right? And back then, and over time, I was like always watching what they were doing, seeing what they were doing, seeing what the content is, what is their strategy, and they have an excellent strategy throughout the world. I think the real question is, what were they doing here? And were they disrupting my business? Were they looking to, how could we do this? And I think I loved their commitment to the sport. It wasn't like, yeah, a nice to have. It was a have to have. And those have to haves and people that like your sport, and because I've been an evangelist for boxing is just so undervalued at times. People don't get it. Let's talk about it. And seeing how high it was on their radar was a really, a big importance to me. I think the other thing that I really liked was their creativity. And we started to do events, some of those Riyadh season events, and I started getting exposure to them. The final, and I would say just over
shout out to Jay. I mean, look, I think that's too. Hendo, you said they're gonna have to, yeah, man. Look, I think but they overpaid to a degree for staying on this. Remember, Boots said he took money out of his purse to make the fight happen. You get what I'm saying? I think they definitely gonna have to consider that at least at the bare minimum, right, guys? They want you to back out the Benz truck, like they want you a legal bank robbery. I'm telling you, it gotta, and I mean this wholeheartedly. I would really love to know. Like, just throw that out there. Like, my question to everybody at 154 pounds, I respect y'all all. I wholeheartedly just want to know which one of y'all is like, yo, I'll take Boots out. Like, I just want to know. Like, even if y'all don't fight him next, I just want to know who at 54 feel like Boots ain't what they say he is, and I'm gonna beat his ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody gotta feel that way. Do anybody feel that way? Damn. Like, man, somebody fight him. Big shout out to the Queen Lisa in the Cash App for the 50 piece. Much love, much appreciation. Always supporting the grind. Say appreciate the grind and content. We appreciate you.
And we ain't never got a box again. Well,
right.
well. I already been getting these back, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to the Queen, man. We appreciate you. Much love. Y'all hit the like button. Y'all sub to the channel. Support the grind. We're going to keep building. We got to get to this, man. We got to get to the bottom of this, man. Is there anybody out there? Like, I feel like I'm the dude in Titanic, man, searching for damn survivors. Like, at this point, bro. Like, and I mean, I'm not making fun of that situation, but you get what I'm saying? I feel like dude on the boat. Is there anybody out there? Like, my shit just echoing, bro. Like, is there anybody that want to fight Boots? Like, seriously, is there anybody? Somebody got to be like, bro, I will whoop his ass, and I know I will. I just don't hear it. Like, everybody else be getting called out, and like Charlo would put a picture of the Boots on the thing, right? He'll call out all these people, Earl, the picture of the shark, the giraffe, like Fundora, and then at the same token be like, yeah, but I need 10 million. So you're not really that serious then, because coming off a layoff and that much inactivity, I don't see nobody paying you 10 million in a non-title fight. I don't think, Boots is growing and try to be the star. He don't bring in that Canelo type energy, right? So I don't think that price tag would justify the fight. So you already got guys, and that's where you start hearing the term price yourself out. Guys are pricing themselves out because they're asking and demanding for the most money that they've ever gotten to fight a dude that I feel like guys should be in a rush. Somebody got to be like, man, he ain't that, bro. Like, think about it. The guy that beats Boots is going to be looked at as one of them dudes. I'm telling you, if you can beat Boots, I'm telling you right now. Think about it. Think about what most people think about Boots. He get the opportunities. He could run the table at 54. So I think the consensus was switch. If somebody could come in there and upset and beat Boots, you mess around, be one of them guys instantly at 54. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You stupid. Did you hear Tank case got thrown out? Nah, I didn't hear Max 7. Shout out to you. And shout out to Tank. I'm glad it did, man. Good for him. Now he can get back to, heads on sticks, as they say over there on the ride. Shout out to my dog Senior. But let's get back to this, man. This is Todd the Buff again explaining the Top Rank deal, and he's gonna get into that little clip that I played earlier about the Boots negotiations and stuff. And this was just so y'all know, this was just a day ago. This ain't no old ass interview. They just told us that this fight is being negotiated.
I started getting exposure to them. The final, and I would say just over a year ago, was when we started talking about like-minded nature of the bigger we make the sport, the bigger we get. There used to be a mindset that I'm a platform. I want it. I don't care how small it is. I want it all here for me. And that's where the product ends up getting hurt, right? When the sport gets stuck on an island at times and isn't able to get released. And when I saw that what they executed with Club World Cup here in the United States and partnering with people, I was like, they got it. They figured it out. I get this. We're like-minded. And that gave me the confidence, that there was a path forward.
For the last few years, obviously on ESPN, you were their only boxing property. Now you're sharing the broadcaster with many different properties. How do you feel about that?
I think it's a benefit for everybody. I mean, I think, I've been in the business 33 years, And often we had headwinds and friction because we weren't all aligned, or we didn't have a common interest, and the convenient non-common interest was different networks. So now, if we all have a stake in this wonderful platform, it's going to be seamless. We should be able to make matches. Now, we get along great with Eddie. We get along great with the Warrens. We get along,
and that's good. Hopefully, them getting along with each other. It's going to lead to them working together, not just getting along, but playing nice and giving fans more of these fights. So we don't got to be bled dry just to see matchups that they should make. Just being serious. Look, I always have to be transparent with y'all, honest and open. I don't never claim to have all of the answers and know everything, but it's clear to me that boxing has the talent. The money is in boxing to get these guys paid, but the intent in behind making some of the most dangerous and or biggest fights, there's some hesitation there, man. And this is why we keep getting to these situations, man. I hate it, man. It's the worst part about it, man. I mean, I knew for sure, like, all right, I'm like, they had me sold on the face off. I'm like, yes, and then we got to move on. And then you get here, and it's like, oh, just as soon as talks start, they stall. Somebody, is it anybody out there? Like, I'm gonna keep saying this. Somebody got to be out there to be like, yo, I'll beat Jaron Ennis ass, man. Like, it gotta be somebody that's like, yo, I'm ready to take his spot. The same way he's chomping at the bit to fight these dudes. Yeah, man, Boots versus Charlo is less likely to happen because of Charlo, his demand. Butcher, what's good, homie? Charlo's demand, that 10 million demand coming off a layoff and inactivity for a non-title fight is less likely to happen with a guy like Boots that is still trying to grow his name and be the kind of star where maybe fighting him could garner that kind of money for dudes. But at this rate, man, Boots just gonna be 56-0, and none of these dudes gonna want to fight. It's stupid. Where you gotta go to 60? Like, what's gonna solve the problem? And then you gotta worry about the talent not being present at 60 if you go there. So it's very frustrating, man. It's frustrating to sit back and have to watch this. But I'm rocking with Boots. Like I said, man, somebody gotta sacrifice themselves and allow this artist that Boots is to put that mixtape out. The man just want to put a mixtape out. That's it, bro. No harm, no foul. He just want to play with you a little bit, bro. Boots just want to get in there and like do matrix tricks, and you get what I'm saying, and one mixtape moves, man. They ain't even that bad, man. Just going to Stan Jonas. It don't even take that long for him to do what he need to do to you. Or just ask Stan Jonas. Ask Roman V. Like, he can make it a short night for you. It don't gotta be that long. All you gotta do is cooperate. Just come in there and act like you want to win. Act like you want to like really fight and try to win. And then there you go. Boots gonna take care of the rest. Like, it's gonna be the easiest fight you ever had. It's gonna be the easiest ass whooping you ever picked up. I'm telling you. Yeah, I hope it's Xander though. But let's keep going because he's gonna eventually talk about this.
Great with PBC. We can talk all day long, but a lot of times, you know, I mean, Mayweather Pacquiao was a mess to make between the HBOs and the Showtimes of the world. So we had a lot of lines. It would be like taking, you know, an NFC game on Fox and saying, hey, I want it on CBS on Sunday. That's not their relationship. They have the AFC. You get it?
Yes. And so you just said good relationship, great relationship with Eddie, with Frank. One thing I wondered, we know that Golden Boy's deal with DAZN is coming up or is up, and they've done a couple of shows here and there, but it doesn't seem like anything long-term has been signed. Are you replacing Golden Boy on DAZN to the best of your knowledge?
That's Golden Boy's business. That's DAZN's business.
Okay.
I'm looking at what is a really good strategic partner for us, somebody that makes sense for us, great for our fighters, opportunity. That's my business. And my relationship with DAZN is independent. And so far, that was one of the real reasons we wanted to do it. And, you know, it's going to be interesting because I really find that now the fighters are going to have to, like, there is no excuses, right? So when guys used to turn down fights sometimes, it was like, well, he's over there, I'm over here. The manager, whoa, we're not going to be able to get that one done, are we? Right.
See, and that's what I'm hope. That's what my hope is, real quick, is that that it's easier to just put the fights together. Like, for instance, man, you got Top Rank going on DAZN, right? Xander Zayas is promoted by Top Rank. Boots Ennis is with Eddie Hearn, who's what? Matchroom in the Zone. Do you understand my frustration, y'all? More of the reason to be annoyed with this. What do you mean that like the talks are stalled? Like, man, the boxing fans gonna have to, man, we're gonna have to make a stand, bro. You literally, this would be the absolute worst time for any kind of talks to stall. This is when Top Rank, who promotes Xander Zayas, is going to the Zone where Boots is already at. Tell me again why the fight shouldn't be easy as hell to make. Like Todd above, you talking about your lunch. Like, how much of a conversation is this? I hope he get into that, man. I'm trying not to stop. I hope he get to the part where he talking about, you know, what the situation is. Shout out to TD, my dog, man. Shadajan, shout you out, man. That was dope, man. That's big, much love to my dog, TD, man. I gotta go back and catch the entire interview, man. But shout out to the champ, the unified champ, Shadasia Green, man. She know I rock with her heavy, man. She family over here. So shout out to you, bro. I know it was a good one. I'm gonna go back and catch the replay. Shout out to Shadasia Green. Could be the wrong side of the street stuff. Been cap all along. Could be, right? It could be. And hey, let's talk about it. I'm gonna play this through, but we're gonna talk about it, Tay. That's something else to consider, right? Is it really the wrong side of the street? Is it just cap, or is it just guys not really having the intent behind them words? Like, is guys not prioritizing a fight with Jaron Ennis the way they would lead on? That's all. Because if talks keep starting and stalling and they can't come back and say, well, it's Eddie Hearn and Team Ennis, you know, being unreasonable or, you know, ruining this, then whose fault is it? Somebody got to fight this, man.
We're not going to be able to get that one done, are we? Right? So it's going to put a lot of heat on them, right? Because the pressure is going to come into, let's start making some matches. Somebody's got to make decisions. You don't have an excuse.
How many years is the deal?
Multiple years.
Why can't you why are people so afraid of the years question?
See, he's saying, I like Ariel. He is trying to ask him questions. He asking him how many years they signed on for. He just saying multiple years. Multiple could be 2, 3. You know, they probably just testing out maybe 2, 3 years to start it off. You probably got to guess, unless it's something longer term than that. Which I guess, shit, if it was, why can't they just say it? You know what I'm saying? There is someone who ain't signed to you is misrepresentation. That's how he signed and how he signed. Xander might be, shout out to Cut. What's good what he says? Xander might be asked for to be in Puerto Rico, but I don't think they care where they fight. Yeah, he asked that question in here. Cut. He asked him the question about Puerto Rico. Todd DeBuff said he don't think, and you know he over there with Top Rank. He said he don't think that's the place to put on a fight. He said he would love New York. I think he said that. Did he say New York? But we gonna get to it.
You know, I think, you know, we've decided, and I think this is respectful, right? If it was an exclusive deal, I was their only person, I get it. Then I have no problem giving them, and we both agree, no problem giving you more of the granular finances. It's not, there's multiple rights holders.
Understood.
I don't want this to be precedential that they hold my deal against somebody else. And you see this all the time. You hear about, well, why did this guy get this much money? Why don't I get it?
I get
right?
it.
Let's not open up Pandora's box. Let's have a little, like, you know, we have our own different relationship. Whatever it is, and it's good. And I think those details could be more harming to us creating a really good free market.
Could I ask?
Hey, man, I'm not even gonna lie, man. Out of all the politically correct answers, and I think that was a pretty solid answer as to why he didn't give exact numbers to how many years, because then that the follow-up question is gonna be, you know, how many years for how much money, right? Then, like he said, now you got to open up a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? It's like a whole other can of worms, and it's like you. At that point, you start putting more people in your business than what, because we really don't need to know that. Like I'm cool with just the years, but I understood why he answered it that way. You know what I'm saying? I could understand that. I could see that. You know what I mean? It could affect future business, right? If you tell too much, right? So I get that. I really do. And again, as a fight fan, I don't really need to know, but I wouldn't mind knowing how many years they on board for. You know what I'm saying?
Fights. How many events per year?
It's I mean, that again, it's still,
is that one because we know they tell us how many Matchroom, they tell us how many.
Right. So Matchroom's a legacy deal.
Okay.
Right. We want to end.
I've seen 8 to 10. I've seen 8 to 12.
I don't think. I mean, honestly, I'm not sure it's going to be less than or greater than. I think it's going to be work really fluid. Right.
Okay. There's no set number.
I mean, not really, no. And
to set the line, what would you say the line would be? You know, are we setting the line at 12 over or under? What are we taking?
Come on, man.
Is that a big question?
Yeah,
that is a big question. I just want to know
because I want to respect their relationship.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? Because what if they dug in their heels with one of their other rights holders, even though they don't have the gun, and they said, I couldn't get you those extra 2 fights. And they said, why did you just give those to Top Rank? That's bullshit.
You don't want to.
I've been with you forever.
Okay.
Right? And I just think it's like, listen, we're doing something that hasn't been done before.
In what way?
We're putting all the content holders under one umbrella.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's embrace that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Educated jab. Yes. Let them keep. I respect Ariel for asking the question because I get why he asking it too. Because people just interested to know how come. I think by finding out like how long they signed on for and how much money they invest in, it kind of gives you an idea what their commitment would be with them, right? You know what I'm saying? If it's some 1 year deal, then it's some fly by night. But they saying multiple years, that could be 2 and done, 3 years. It could be anything, right? I understand his questioning, but I understand dude's reasoning for not answering that question because now you got everybody in your business. And like you said, remember Top Rank was saying that they wanted to be on multiple platforms too. So I think by you disclosing too much information, you could potentially ruin future business down the line. So I understand it. And at the end of the day, that ain't their focal point. The great thing is you putting, like he said, the content creators under, interesting choice of words. So you putting the content creators under the same umbrella, Top Rank and DAZN, like I said, because of the 2 fighters on the screen are a Top Rank fighter and a DAZN fighter. You get what I'm saying? Couldn't be easier to make. Damn, man. I hope they make this fight.
The majority.
Yes.
The majority of the rights holders in this space for the last 40 years are now moving towards one platform. That's good for the sport.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what, and I don't want to disrupt the momentum, right? And get somebody, sideways.
Is this your exclusive home?
No.
Okay. So you can make a deal with someone else if you want.
Yes.
See?
Are you going to look to make a deal with someone else?
Yes.
See? Okay. See what I just said, y'all? See what I was just saying? This is my first time listening to this, but you see what I'm saying? I was just saying that because they remember Top Rank was talking about being on multiple platforms. So you would think you put too much out there, it could affect other business with other guys. If you know what I'm saying? I totally get it, bro. Because now you got too many people in your business and everybody going to expect to get the same deal and the same commitment probably. You understand what I'm saying? So it makes perfect sense not to put too much of your info out there because it's not shit that we really need. Like we'll live without knowing the years and how much money is invested and all that stuff. Just make the fights, and I think everybody would be cool.
That imminent? I mean, look, has that been done yet? Has that been signed?
No.
Okay, but is it?
No. So we they are my cornerstone streaming partner.
Yep.
Right. They are the first spoke of a wheel. All right. The way I look at it is we are going to grow the space together. We are going to grow the space together and hand in hand, working to expand. So how that happens and where it goes together and what other mechanisms we use and other platforms to grow the business will be aligned. And that's the most important.
Are there restrictions like you can't go to another streaming platform? It could be linear if you're with it, like in that regard.
I mean, I feel like there's a deposition.
No, I love this stuff. I live and breathe. Don't you know? I live and breathe this stuff. This is a great opportunity to be the president of Top Rank.
Listen, Bill.
You can tell me to go. You can tell me to take a hike. I still do have to ask these questions because
I agree with you. So I think what we described to them is, and what we all agreed to is, our body of work and what we have is so significant, right? With regard to what my bandwidth is that we believe that we can add up a bunch that could be very supportive to them, however we do it. And it may be that, they say, hey, we don't want you to, and let's start expanding even further.
Okay.
So I don't want to. I don't want to be concrete on anything. I want to say this was the cornerstone, our first spoke of that wheel.
Okay.
How many spokes we have to be determined, but obviously they understand that, and we all know that there could be other pieces of that wheel done.
There's talk.
I like it. At the end of the day, you just like I said, you consolidated platforms essentially. Now they're in the same home. We don't have to purchase another app or another subscription. You get what I'm saying? I think they just low key help boxing out. Most of us got the zone, like I was saying the other day, so it shouldn't be a tough transition to watch Top Rank on the zone. Think about it. Us boxing junkies, when they had Top Rank on Tubi real quick, we was watching that shit over there. We had our comments and our criticisms, but we still was watching us some boxing. So I think by putting it over there in the zone, they made it easier for people, and it should be easier for these fights to be made. On top of that, depending on where else they find, like as a home or a potential landing spot to showcase fights, could also be an addition as well. I just want to see how this going to all unfold, but at least they need I think making the zone the first move is really good, because the zone has talent. The zone has fighters, right? And or guys that you want to see in the ring with each other, right? And Top Rank got some other guys. So no one promotional entity has all the talent. I always say so. That's why these dudes, to a degree, need each other. Yeah, you can sit up and make in-house fights and keep the money in-house, but at the end of the day, it's bigger fights to be made. You get what I'm saying? And I think with making moves like what Top Rank just did, going over there to the zone, it puts people in the driver's seat to do that. Shout out to Elwood. Appreciate the love, man. He says, so the fight can be in Puerto Rico because, number one, there's more willing Puerto Ricans up there. Number two, fight's too big for PR. Yeah, it probably will be. That's why it won't be the ideal landing spot. I think he's going to list the location potentially to put the fight. And yeah, I think it's somewhere else that could be mutually beneficial to both, right? Where I think they can both equally draw fans to a venue. You know what I'm saying? I think that's what the ideal would be. But I'm pretty sure Boots get a chance at them titles. He don't give a damn if it's in Puerto Rico, because he gonna go do it.
You would say?
Yes, absolutely.
Always talks.
Oh, yes.
Yes. And by the way, I remember, I used to be represented by Nick Khan. So I remember getting invited to the big press conference, Mayweather-McGregor week, when you guys announced the ESPN deal.
Yeah.
CAA was representing you guys, and you were out there, and the word was you got a great deal based on what everyone said. Were you doing this on your own this time, or did you have someone representing you?
So the CAA group, that did was Alan Gold, his group, which does our media rights, and Alan, who worked with Nick at that time, still is there and was
leading
and has shepherded us through the process as well. In we complement each other.
When's the first one? Do we know that? The first Top Rank on DAZN event.
We're in the process of there's some big swings we're looking at to possibly happen. So I don't want to prematurely jump into things. We have option A could happen as early as May. Option B could happen as early as June, but it all depends on how a couple of these things fall.
But that time frame, spring?
Yeah. I mean, we're looking spring.
Do you have sort of like a dream scenario, like a fight that you want to kick this off?
No, I think what I would like. I really believe in not just the one, but it's the body of work, and it's how you do that. And I think what we have
talking my talk
is, and we've always excelled at. And I remember early on in my days when I was going in Albuquerque with Danny Romero and Johnny Tapia, right? We do such wonderful development of these fighters. So going to Norfolk, Virginia just seems like a great one for Keyshawn. Coming into New York with Shushu, no brainer. Going back to Puerto Rico with Xander, amazing. Taking Abdullah Mason to Cleveland, right? Those things are how we develop platforms. And we've done this.
Pay attention, y'all. Pay attention when they keep talking about all this Abdullah Mason, this one and that one. Pay attention.
Only for 50 years, right? When HBO was just launching and getting into boxing. And then in 1980, when ESPN did Friday Night Fights, that was a strategy we had. And then we did it with Univision in the 90s. And then we came back to it, with ESPN, with DTC. So I think they need national scale, and national scale happens when you energize local markets. First, your local markets, the avalanche starts to build, then national goes. So that's really what we love doing, getting lively crowds, hometowns, connecting to the fans there.
And I think you guys do a tremendous job. And quite frankly, I said this before you even came on, even knew you were coming on. I think of the American promoters, and I think you can be a very strong case of the global promoters. No one has a better young stable right now, future superstars, than you guys, than Top Rank. These names. And you've had names that have turned into staples like Shakur and T.O., who just headlined MSG, et cetera, et cetera. Those guys are future superstars and on the cusp of greatness. Maybe not pay-per-view draws right now, but draws locally and on TV. Is there a desire on your end to be in the pay-per-view business anymore, or do you want this to just be on DAZN without that second paywall attached to it?
So DAZN's in the pay-per-view business
to a degree, right? They've got this pass. It's a little confusing.
I don't want to speak for them, but I can say it's part of their strategy.
Nah, that pass is pretty dope with DAZN.
To complement that strategy. We are a big piece of complementing. This is where they want to go. We can figure out solutions there. I think we're going to look at all of the above, right? And it could be just subscription. It could be pay-per-view. It could be whatever. And I think largely at ESPN, it wasn't that we weren't in the pay-per-view business. I think what happened was, and I'll kind of revisit that for a moment, is when COVID hit and they were off the air and they weren't getting their cable, they weren't getting their cable fees because they didn't have live events coming. There was an initiative for them to be like, we were thinking about doing Lola Lopez on pay-per-view. And they said,
shout out to you, my guy.
Let's start this on linear. Let's start to lean in more heavily on linear. And that was a strategy that was executed where they wanted to light up the linear, network. And which worked simultaneously was to do the simultaneously simulcast on ESPN Plus. It wasn't up until that point that you could do both, that you would only be on linear and then we had exclusive plus. So that was the beginning of a strategy executed by ESPN and ourselves.
My bad, y'all. My bad. That damn commercial. It's dragging along. I just want him to get to the part where he talks about Boots, but I was interested in hearing more in depth, like him elaborate more on the deal with Top Rank and DAZN.
We've been frustrated at the inability to make the Boots Ennis Virgil Ortiz fight, and now all of a sudden we see, hey, it could be Xander Zayas sliding in, and quite frankly, I said this yesterday. That's a very good plan B, if that is plan B. Is it plan B?
It's a very good plan B.
Yes.
If it's a plan B.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Are there talks of this happening?
Absolutely. You should have been at lunch with me.
I was doing my show.
Come on.
Zayas versus Boots is tremendous.
Yeah, we're talking.
Would you do that in Puerto Rico? Would Boots be okay with that?
I'm not sure Puerto Rico is the place to do it.
Okay.
In a perfect world, I love New York for that fight. I really love New York for that fight. I think we've been playing around with some buildings and looking at some stuff in New York. The availability is a little bit, but it's in talks. I think people that you've saw the chatter out there. Xander wants to fight. We would love to do the fight. And I know that Matchroom and DAZN would love to see Boots get that fight.
What was it like for you over the...
I want to see if he elaborated at all, but see all that love. Yeah, man, but damn, what's y'all intent? Like, y'all know these talks, like, how serious? Like, I hope he asks more follow-up questions real quick. Shout out to VA Money Group. Appreciate the love, man. He said, I doubt Xander takes this fight. We got to stop criticizing Boots for not getting big fights. Hey, man, appreciate the love and appreciate you coming in thinking like your boy. You don't even know. I was just saying the same thing. I just be trying to have fair conversations, and even I try to be fair on both sides and not overly point the finger, where it don't belong, but I think people are overly critical of Boots not getting big fights. But if you pay attention to the recent situation with Virgil, how did that have anything to do with Boots and or Eddie Hearn and Matchroom, right? They didn't cause that, right? Once somebody end up suing, ain't no foreseeable fights coming up, at least until you square that business away. So you get me? Now you got to move on. Now you hear Xander Zayas, but this is at the time where Top Rank moves over to the DAZN, so it's right on par. They got to do it. And again, if this fight don't happen, who we gonna blame? Boots and Eddie again? I just don't think they're at fault. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not the guy that's not taking the fights. When he in position, I see in the weight class, dudes ain't sending no offers. When he down there at 47, figuring it out, that's when dudes wanted to fight him. It's silly to me. It's kind of ass backwards, man. Shout out to VA. Let's keep going. Let's see
Last few months, your guys, and I know you referenced this at the presser, like Top Rank has been kicking ass, but you've had to do it maybe on different places, different platforms, other shows. I mean, even Zayas and Vargas are at the freaking Super Bowl at the halftime show with Bad Bunny. Like, you didn't disappear, and I'm sure that gave you some sort of hope that, like,
It wasn't hope. It was. I mean, Ariel, you've been in the business, right? I mean, we can talk about, we have something in common. We both were at ESPN.
Yes, we were. Yeah.
Right. All right, there we go.
Yes.
All right. So there's a point that you have to believe in yourself.
Mhm.
And you're not going to make, you make decisions based on strategy, and you make decisions based for long-term success. So if I had to rent my guys out basically and do POSs so they wiped everybody's ass, kicked everybody's ass, fine with me and thank you. You're keeping them busy. I'm just proving that we got the creme de la creme, right?
That must have felt good, right?
Oh, it was great. When our guys deliver, it's amazing.
Abdullah's winning over here. Shushu's winning over. I mean,
and then how about and then we whip Andy Cruz's butt,
right?
And then then Navarrete beats Nunez's butt. I mean, we really,
Tom down the buff up here popping it, man. He flexed. He said they got the creme de la creme. Said they kicking everybody ass, man. Oh man, they running down on everybody, bro. We got Shushu beating people, everything. He said we whip Andy Cruz's butt. He ain't let y'all forget about that. Yeah, more time. We got him too. Yeah, we just whooped Andy, you know. We doing stuff. So keep that same energy and put Zayas in there with Boots and see if y'all whoop him. You get me? A Crush. Tell me, man, because Virgil is out of the business. There go my guy. There go my Philly guy right there, man. A Crush. Is Xander Zayas the next fight for Boots or what, man? Do we need this one? Because I think we do, Crush. Is they going to keep that same energy? Because Todd DeBuff said they in talks. They talking. They sitting down at lunches, eating snackables, talking about a potential fight. Is Xander going to get that man an opportunity at them straps? I don't know if his team going to allow it. That's what I be knowing, because they probably going to convince him to do something safer. I'm just being honest. I think Xander is a young lion. I think he'll fight. I think ultimately they'll make the decisions by himself, and his team is going to tell him to do something different. My guy say, agree. You feel me, Crush? Come on, man. Somebody, hey, Crush. Somebody got to be the sacrificial lamb for Boots, man. Who gonna be that? Who gonna be featured on that And One mixtape volume 36, man? You know what I'm saying? Xander, is it you? You know what I'm saying? Is it you? I just want to know, is it you?
Maritaya, and most people did not think Maritaya was going to do it. And, and this is Andy Cruz, the great gold medalist.
He talking, he flexing. Todd DeBuff talking crazy. This is the great Andy Cruz, the 2-time gold medalist.
I mean, we really did, Maritaya, most people did not think Maritaya was going to do it. And, and this is Andy Cruz, the great gold medalist. My matchmaker's like, don't worry, he's going to run him out of the ring. I love it.
I love it.
All right.
That's what he said too, TD. He said ideally the ideal spot for him would be New York.
I mean,
Todd DeBuff
thing, and like I said at the press conference to Peter, I was like, you had no choice. I whipped all your stable, man. You got to come to us, right? I'm just going to keep wiping them down. So I think that's a big piece. It's like there's nothing like being able to talk bold when they can fight bold.
Talk that talk. I like Todd DeBuff, man. Where you been at? I need more of his interviews. I say that all the time because that's what Keyshawn is. He talk a certain way, but he fight like that too. That's why I don't understand why people be tripping. I can see if the fights don't line up with how he talk, it do, and they'd still be mad at him. And same thing with Boots, man. He don't talk, but his fights say everything, and they still be mad at who he fighting. And as we could keep continuously finding out, it's not his fault.
When you have that ability,
they don't be one that And One mixtape
on all comers. It's when the marketability outdoes your fighting ability, and you start talking bold. You better be careful what you chew off, and that's part of matchmaking.
I'm weaving in the fight stuff and the business stuff. Okay, it's like a boxing match. You slip the jab, you come back.
How am I doing?
You're doing tremendous. You're doing.
Am I like the James Toney role?
You're everyone. You're Bernard Hopkins-esque. Ring Magazine Twitter posts about this on Monday. They delete the tweet. They have the terms. They delete it. What was that all about?
I don't know, and I don't give a shit.
Okay, were their terms correct?
I don't know, and honestly, I don't know.
Okay,
You
could
don't
you
know.
tell
You
us?
just
I'm
say
going to
don't
ask
know.
you.
But I told you I'm not going to tell you the term.
Okay.
So where do we go?
No, the number.
This is a whole thing, right? I'm so sick of this sources bullshit, right? I mean, and by the way, it's
Look, he getting mad, pissing him off.
It's almost like the bullshit we deal with in everyday journalism, right? And right. We know what CNN's going to do. We know what MSNBC is going to do. And we know what Fox is going to do. Everybody's compromised. Sports fans.
Not everybody, man. Not everybody. We still got Just Do Boxings out there. It's people like me that just want the best, the most accurate information and news possible without prying into their extra business. So when we come and speak on these topics, we have a, you know what I mean, an idea of what's going on and how to proceed with, you know what I mean, how we break these things down. That's all. I respect on both sides. Ariel doing a hell of a job. He got to poke a little bit, you know what I mean, and try to, because he's trying to get the right answers and the right information. He talked to a lot of people. I'm pretty sure he asked a bunch of different questions. So I get it. I think the intent behind him trying to get the answers to those questions are good. But I understand, again, Tyler Buff is like, bro, that just opened up too many, you know what I mean, a Pandora's box. So now you got to explain why you did this with this one and why not with that. I get it. It's gonna cause more harm than good. It's more of a headache. And the boxing fans don't care no way, as long as we get to see the fights, right?
Space is compromised. All right. People are playing. They're playing chips. Everyone is not playing. There is no agnostic journalism anymore. There is no Time Magazine and Lucian. People are playing games and they got bets. Same shit goes on in sports. So I don't want to bother my nonsense or my read or my stuff with people playing games, because usually where it comes from, it's an agenda.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know what it is. I don't care about it. All I care about is.
To that point, let me just ask you this. Front Office Sports writes about this deal, and they say that DAZN wanted to do this because they were growing frustrated with Eddie loaning his fighters out to other platforms, namely Netflix. Accurate? I thought that was a little weird, and I'll tell you why. They just re-signed Eddie, and it felt like, that's weird. Why would you re-sign the guy?
It's such a Yenta thing. It's such bullshit.
Has this been said to you?
Never,
hey, we're upset with this guy?
Never.
Okay. There's a lot of drama.
It's not drama. This is made up shit. This is
I swear it is.
People,
see,
right? This is what people.
That shit going all the way up the ladder, yo. Misinformation and bad news. That's crazy.
Coming from?
I mean, what do you mean? Where's it coming from?
Like,
well, Trey, people do this shit all the time. They make up shit just to misery loves company.
I like Todd,
People
man. I
wanna see
like
other
his stance. I
people
like his
suffer
interview,
and
man. I'm
beat
gonna
'em
listen
up
to a
and
few
play
more
these
minutes.
games and spin out shit that has no relevance on them. They do this shit for a living, right? They do it in all parts, in all parts of life, but sports is one of them.
How do you feel about the boxing business right now? It's very interesting. Speaking of this drama, I mean, not that long ago, you have Eddie and Frank holding hands with Turkey. Now they seem to be on the outs with him, right? And now it seems like Turkey is aligning with Zuffa Boxing, TKO, and it seems like it's changed dramatically in the last 6 or 8 months. Your take on the state of the business right now?
Well, those are personalities in the business. Those are people that are playing in the business. All right. I'm an advocate of a very big. I always say this. I'm an evangelist for the sport. I was born in Las Vegas, and I remember in '81 going to see Leonard and Hearn. So my family taking me. The town used to get lit up for all these prize fights.
Were you at that one? Were you at Leonard Duran?
No, I was not.
My hometown, the Brawl in Montreal.
There we go. I was not there.
You were not. Okay.
I was not there. So I've been always just an evangelist for the sport, and I've always felt it was positioned the wrong way. I believe in just so passionately. There is nothing like that moment when those two fighters leave the locker room and enter the ring. That sensation, the goosebumps, is incredible. And when people see that and experience it, they go, "Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this in my life." And I say that because that's traditional boxing.
Ain't nothing like that fight energy. I tell y'all that all the time. I'd be like a kid at a candy store. There's be like a real treat that I'm about to really see some of the, your favorites put hands on people throughout a whole night. You're about to get a good night of violence, man.
That is where we excel.
Legal violence
people
too.
ask me
Legal.
Jake Paul. I appreciate him. I think what he does in marketability is amazing. But I'm really not into that business. Really, I'm not into that business. You know, people talk about, oh, Mayweather Pacquiao. I'm like, I did that 15 years ago and it was 3 years late. I mean, I feel sorry for all these young kids on the stage because those kind of sizzles, right? Those sizzle events that last, expire the next time, are taking away a lot of oxygen for the sport, for the young kids. But it adds awareness on a different perspective. So I have a conflict. But I think the sport in itself, because of the relationships of Top Rank coming to DAZN, the promoters wanting to align to make the best fights out there, the globalization of it, Nakatani and Inoue in May, everything is coming together beautifully. The personalities, that's a whole different story. I think you have to look at the foundational pieces, though.
Do you have a working relationship with Riyadh Season?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, absolutely. I mean, we if they need something, if they want something from our shows or from our stable, we obviously do that. We obviously had a bunch of fighters on the Ring show, which was Shushu, Keyshawn, T.O., right? We're all here in New York 2 months ago.
Okay. You did mention Inoue, and we showed the graphic that was posted this morning of the announcement and the fighters and whatnot. Conspicuous by his absence, I do believe this one right here was Naoya Inoue, who is scheduled to meet Junto Nakatani in May. Is there a reason for that?
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I think because this is our U.S.
All right, they straying off. So shout out to Ariel. That was a good listen, man. I just wish he would elaborate just a bit more, but maybe it's so early it ain't much to go in depth with there, but it should be, man. I really hope they secure the fight. It's just like it's the right thing to do. Just like, Virgil and Boots was the right thing. Think about it. Golden Boy and DAZN working together. That seemed like the easy fight to put together, and it still didn't happen. Now you got Top Rank and DAZN working together. Another easy fight to put together. They can't keep failing Boots like that. At some point, man, you got to deliver for this kid, bro. He's never going to be able to grow his profile, his name. Never going to be able to get, get rid of that those narratives that follow him so far. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's crazy. It's just crazy. I hope they make it happen for him, man. I will see, man. Boots and Zayas would be a great fight. I don't care where they put it at. I think everybody will watch it. And just hopefully, man, again, they can deliver. Because boxing be on some bull sometimes, man. Eddie Hearn said what he said. He feels like one way or another, Boots is going to fight a named fighter, a big fight. So I hope that's true. I really do. I really, really hope that's true. I hope that's true for the sake of boxing. But let's keep rocking for a bit, y'all. Something else I wanted to bring up and laugh at a little bit, man. Ryan Garcia been around everywhere, man. And he talk a lot. He run his mouth a lot. And it's seemingly his mouth caught up to him. I've always said this, man, how people, this little situation right here is a teachable moment. It didn't go left, but it could have. But the fact that you getting approached outside the ring and face to face on some man stuff, that's where talking crazy get you. Like, that's what getting on the internet just like with not standing on business or not keeping the same energy. That's where it gets you. It gets you in situations where people pull up on you. So I know y'all seen the clip surface by now circulating. But Jose Benavidez Jr. approaching Ryan Garcia, and I know y'all seen David and Ryan working in the gym as well. But this was Jose approaching Ryan in the gym.
We're talking shit on some comments saying some dude should have put a video, right? And then you put washed. He's one of my favorite fighters.
I never said that. Prove it to me. Prove it to me, then I'll say sorry.
We'll go back on the air.
I promise.
Yeah, because I don't like all that.
No, I'm a man. If I really did say that, I'll say sorry. How about that? Hey, want to know why I doubt it? Because I never used the word wash.
Well, that's what they're saying. Look,
I never. It might have been a clickbait.
No.
To be real.
Wait, look, it was a video, bro. It was a video that I saw, but when you say sorry, I got you.
For sure. God bless you, brother.
You know what, man? Not for nothing. That we was talking about, we was laughing. My guy was laughing at this the other day. That hand on his shoulder was Benavidez's certain dominance, man. He was making sure Ryan knew he wasn't in control. Like, as soon as you say something crazy, I'm gonna snuff you. You say one stupid remark, punch you in your face. But see, that's Ryan. That's talking crazy, man. When talking crazy, catch up to you. That's what that is. That's what that is. 100%. That's what that is, man. But It's funny that he ran down on him like that, man. Jose wasn't beat. You got David in the background just minding his damn business, looking at it. You know what I'm saying? They was having they was doing some drill, David and Ryan was, man. David Benavidez is a damn maniac, bro. Sure, the guy that beat David Benavidez, man, is going to be a monster of a fighter or one of the best fighters in the world, one of the best boxers. Anything less is not going to work. Benavidez is going to beat your ass. I seen him and Ryan working. Yo, he looked faster than Ryan. He looked fast. I already know he obviously bigger and hit harder, but he looked faster than Ryan, bro. David Benavidez looked like he faster than Ryan Garcia, who was about to get beat up by David bigger brother. You know what I'm saying? The hand on the shoulders almost like, I got your thumb. Your thumb goes, you go. Yeah, I'm telling you. He got that hand up on him like, do you feel like you in control? Ryan, he let Ryan know, look, you're not in control of this shit. Can go left for you, man. You was talking
You were
crazy.
talking shit on some comments saying some dude should have put a video, right? And then you put washed. He's one of my favorite fighters.
I never said that. Prove it to me. Prove it to me, then I'll say sorry.
Go back on the air.
I promise.
Yeah, because I don't like all that.
No, I'm a man. If I really did say that, I'll say sorry. How about that? Hey, want to know why I doubt it? Because I never used the word wash.
Well, that's what it's saying. Look,
I never. It might have been a clickbait. To be real.
Wait, look, it was a video, bro. It was a video I saw, but it is when you say sorry, I got you.
For sure. God bless you, brother.
See, I like Benavidez for not over pressing him. Like he said you apologize like a man, I'm gonna just leave it alone. I ain't gonna crash out on you. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna crash out because I could just crash out right now, but I'm not. You know what I'm saying? You said sorry. Bro saying sorry, not I apologize. Bro says sorry. I'm not telling no man sorry about nothing. Better say my bad. Brian said, I'll say sorry. He said, show me proof. I'll say sorry. I'll say sorry. That's where all that playing get you, bro. So all that playing get you. But he was sitting down with Benavidez. This was something that they was talking about.
Bro, I really wanted to fight Shakur bad. I just don't like those people that think they're like, you're not the best, bro. You're not even showing that you're that like that. Yeah. Like, it's one thing to win a fight, it's another thing to show, all right, I'm like that. Yeah. And he's out here saying, oh, I'm the best. Like, bro, you're not the best fighter, bro. There's a lot of guys that are monsters, bro. You're not a monster. But I feel like you're like a puppy.
He keeps saying that. Look, Ryan Garcia, man, he backtracked. We already seen it. Them dudes ain't trying to fight him. Benavidez went on to say that Shakur can't be number one without fighting Ryan Garcia. That shit is laughable. Ryan Garcia is not even remotely comparable to Shakur in any type of pound-for-pound rankings, standings, none of that shit. Stop. You know why he be talking like he number one, man. Let's call it what it is. Is Benavidez aware of him being the fastest to making it to 4 divisions? Like, what we talking about? He got a better case for being number one than Ryan got for being top 5 or anything close to it. You get me? The work is being put in. Ryan is not no barometer or no standard, bro. You not the standard. Shakur setting the standard. You beating him would be bigger for you than the other way around. Let's not make no mistake about it. Get what I'm saying? You fighting him, he would be the best guy you got in the ring with, I think, or arguably, right? With you, it's a debate there. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I don't think Ryan want that fight because he not willing to do what he was saying he willing to do, right? He talked like, he was willing to do 140, 144. He even talked about a whole weight class of it. Now he talking about 47. Shakur need to come up and do this. And David Benavidez was talking too. He was saying, I gotta find that. Where's that little video with them? I gotta find it. Where Benavidez was saying, Shakur need to just come up. If you 44, you might as well come up 3 more pounds. That ain't nothing. I want to see if I can find that real quick for y'all. But he was like, he was rocking with Ryan, man. He was rocking with Ryan, bro. Man, Shakur gonna beat Ryan if they fight. Yeah, he said it. I talked about it already, but ain't nobody ducking. You can't duck people without no paperwork, no nothing. Ryan Garcia don't even know who he fighting next. These dudes are doing a lot of talking. Look, hold on, let me find it.
What fights are you looking forward to?
Let me see. Pull this little. Hold on. You know what?
Looking forward to. Bro, I really wanted to fight Shakur bad, and he's out here saying, "Oh, I'm the best." If he thinks he's the best, he's already willing to go up to 144. Just go 3 more pounds. You know what I mean? It's the same shit. You're not gonna struggle. Fuck, exactly. You eating. What fights are you looking forward to?
Yo, so real quick, listen to what he said. Listen to what David said.
Bro, I really wanted to fight Shakur bad, and he's out here saying, "Oh, I'm the best." If he thinks he's the best, he's already willing to go up to 144. Just go 3 more pounds. You know what I mean? It's the same shit. You're not gonna struggle. Fuck, exactly. You eating. Yeah. What fights are you looking?
You're eating. Yeah, you eating. Yeah, he was eating all right. He's eating. He was eating all right. So much so that he had to eat extra and still came in underweight fighting Tio.
Wait up.
For round 2, huh?
Round 2, nigga. You fight at 140. This is
extra plates to make 140, and y'all out here talking about he the same size as these dudes. Y'all ridiculous, man. This shit is crazy.
Forward to. Bro, I really wanted to fight Shakur.
So you want to fight him? Do what you said. You said you'll have a whole weight class of 144. This should be killing me, yo. Fighters be depending on the time of the day, the platform, and who they talking to. They switch up what they say.
He dropped out of He's making all the excuses, but it's okay. We're not even worried about him. I really want to fight Shakur.
No, we need that Haney fight too, though.
No, I know that's always gonna be there, though. But that's who I want to fight. I want to go from Barrios to Shakur.
Oh, like straight to it.
Yeah.
What? 47?
44.
You're making 44.
I'll make a whole division called 44. Me and Shakur.
44.
He said he'd do it.
No rehydration. Though.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a huge fight too.
Yeah, and I know he's.
There you go right there. It's a huge fight, but then you immediately shout out to Julio. I agree, man. I think he'd beat him. I think Ryan could present danger because he's fast and he got a good punch, but I think Shakur would prepare. The problem with Ryan, I think, ultimately is he impatient. He rushes things at times. He over relies on his speed and power, his athleticism overall. And I think he comes off, he could be a bit limited with his approach. And I think because of that, you can't be limited going in there with Shakur. And the things that you have that separate you from him have to make you special, right? So, yeah, you got some good power and stuff, but we've seen in multiple fights what happens when you can't land that power. And we know one thing Shakur is good at is taking away your best attribute, man, or your best weapon and neutralizing it. And I think that's what he'll do. Yeah, Shakur. I'd be like, who? Like, what the hell? Hate how they be butchering his name. So you just gotta see. You gotta see, man. I just don't know. I don't know, man. I don't think he want that fight. I think he just rather stay put at 47. He ain't willing to make no sacrifices. Meet Shakur in the middle. None of that. He want the fight to come to him, just like the other guys. So it's funny that the welterweights, it's funny. And I got to talk about this, and then we going to build on the fight that's coming up for tomorrow too, man, this weekend. It's funny, man, that 2 welterweights is calling out Shakur. At least one of them said they the biggest fight, right? That was Devin. Then Ryan called Shakur out after his fight. He went as far as saying he want him right after Barrios. He don't even care about Devin, right? You get what I'm saying? He said all these stipulations and he laid out what he's willing to do. He's not going to do it. The 2 welterweights need the guy that was just at lightweight to come to 47 for them to entertain the fight. Neither guy going to meet him in the middle. They're not going to compromise nor negotiate nothing for real. They just want him to move where they're going to be comfortable. You seen Ryan Garcia was talking about fighting Logan Paul at one point, right? Logan running around here, 200, 190? Like Ryan was 180-something plus pounds, acting like he don't get big. I know Shakur looked at him. He sized him up and says you don't look that big. And looks is deceiving. But we know Ryan get heavy in between fights because he undisciplined. He don't live the fighter's lifestyle, right? We've seen him sitting around definitely over 175 pounds. More than that, like I said, in the 180s, he said it. So he definitely get big. I mean, I don't think the weight is the end-all, be-all, but I think it's a matter of comfort or a lack thereof if you Shakur. I don't know how comfortable he feel like he'll be sacrificing even more weight. You know what I mean? That's 7 more pounds. You know what I mean? You go from 40 to 47. Now you're gaining 7 more pounds after just putting on 5, right? So That's a lot of weight. It's a lot to consider, right? And if you really want to do that and stay and operate up there for the rest of your career, or if you're going, you know what I'm saying? So I did like when Shakur said, I'm operating at 35 and 40. If y'all got any fighters here that could beat me, then beat me. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that conversation to revisit itself down the line if they still somewhere within the earshot where he could reach him and make a fight with him. But in the meantime, I think in the immediate future, I think he got options at 35 and 40 still. And if everything dries up at 40 for real, I mean at 35, then you definitely could rely on making a fight at 40. You still a champion there. It's good fights for you to be made. He don't got to put his eggs in the basket of Ryan. Ryan is doing an exceptional amount of talking about Shakur. Like every time you turn around, he keeps saying you want to fight him because of that. People say he number one. He say he number one. Fight him then. Show him that he's not number one. Stop saying it. Don't sit up in a. I love to show Benavidez that clip where Ryan clearly said he'll make a whole division called 144. Somebody got to put that dude on blast, man. I'm about to post that shit and put it on Twitter and tell him, look, either stand on your word or stop going to every interview talking about him, bro. Like that shit getting corny. You get what I'm saying? Y'all dudes are in a heavier, y'all welterweights, and y'all keep talking about him coming up to y'all. But you said you wanted to fight him. You said you wanted to go in straight into that at the Barrios. Well, go make the fight then. Set a whole weight class of 44. You saying that you and David is both saying 44 and 47 is not that much different. Well, if that's the case, then with Ryan suggesting the whole weight class of 144, he should have no problem making it with no rehydration, like he said. I don't want to hear it, bro. You can change your mind, but at some point you need to stand on what you said. You suggested it, now do it. That's all I'm saying. Don't keep saying, oh, no, he's not going to struggle. If that's the case, then you ain't going to struggle either with 3 pounds less. Get out of here, man. Go ahead and make the fight, or you just talking to be talking. I don't think he need clout, so I ain't going to call it clout chasing, but he just talking because he know what comes with the thought of you saying that you want to fight with Shakur. So show us you want to fight by standing on what you said, your word. You know what I'm saying? Be clear. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't mind seeing the fight at any of these ways, but I just don't think we'll see it. I don't think Shakur giving up every advantage for Ryan Garcia. I don't think he's going to allow them to just be as comfortable as they want to be. You know what I'm saying? Ryan been going through phases. The dude is bipolar. He ain't talking about you, Ryan. He talking about Garcia, bro. He talking about Ryan Garcia, not Ryan Anthony in the chat. Yeah, Julio ain't talking about you. He talking about Ryan Garcia, bro. Benavidez is fighting at 200, saying he can still make 175 easy. Interesting. Yeah. That's why he shouldn't be saying nothing about no damn weight either. Shut up, David. Don't be egging Ryan on. Don't be condoning it. Yeah, Ryan Garcia. Yeah, he talking about Garcia, bro, not you. Yeah, Garcia do be all over the place. He do. You gotta tell. Nah, it's all good. It's all good. Easy mistake. He do be all over the place. Garcia do. But I do think he brave, yo. Remember, he took a catch weight and a rehydration clause for Tank, but he can't accept the catch weight that he suggested for Shakur. Make it make sense. Got to start making more short videos, man. Got to make it make sense. Ryan Garcia, you was willing to take a catch weight and a rehydration clause with Tank, but not the catch weight that you suggested on your own with Shakur. It just don't make a lot of sense, man. It don't. I wish we could see him actually, do something other than make empty promises or throw shit out there. But it is Ryan. I mean, what could you expect? He been doing this kind of thing his entire career. I mean, it's the same dude that was about to face legal action over constantly using Manny Pacquiao name in fights. You know what I'm saying? Saying that they was fighting next. So what could you expect? Overall, you got pressed by Jose Benavidez. You don't be keeping that same energy. I know Benavidez seen what he's seen. It's crazy. I want to say I know what he's talking about when he said that Benavidez Jr. was washed. I'm telling you, I want to say that actually happened, and I seen it when it happened. But he ain't keeping the same energy. I didn't expect him to, but he was all apologetic. Won't you apologize to the boxing fans for not going to 44 and giving giving us that fight, man. So overall, man, I don't know what Ryan gonna do, but I think he's gonna do his best to hold on to that title as long as possible. And I think he's gonna be advised to do things that's gonna allow him to hold on to the title as long as possible. The Devin Haney fight is a given. It's a big rematch. They'll be stupid not to take it. I think it's too much money, controversy, and or legacy for both guys if they can win that fight in a rematch. It'll be a really big fight. Last thing I'm gonna bring up before we get out of here, y'all. Shout out to everybody on this Good Friday pulling up. Make sure you hit the like button, sub to the channel, support the grind. Tomorrow, man, we got a fight between Carlos Adames and Ammo Williams, man. They was going back and forth. You know, Carlos Adames is a damn good fighter. They got a common opponent in Hamza Shiraz. Hamza Shiraz stopped Ammo. He put the Beast by Dre on Ammo ass, and he handled him with relative ease. It looked like, right? He didn't even break a sweat, right? He didn't struggle at all. Hamza Shiraz fought, you know, Carlos Adames. We felt like Carlos Adames got jobbed in that fight, and he should have got the decision, but it was a draw. So they got a common opponent, two totally different outcomes. Not trying to do the triangle theory thing, but I just think with the way Ammo Williams get hit, he's easily hittable, man. He's not hard to find in the ring. It's gonna be a tough night for him. Carlos Adames got the experience, fought by better quality opponents, been around. It's gonna be a tough fight. He a champion for a reason. It's gonna be a tough fight for Ammo Williams, man. This was their little back and forth that they had, and look, he sound hungry. He sound like he ain't got no, like he said, he ain't got no respect for Carlos Adames. I just hope that works in his favor. I hope the lack of respect that he had for him puts him in a position where he actually can be successful instead of it just backfiring. Because Carlos Adames is, you know, he said he a whole different animal, man. So I'm looking forward to this fight for tomorrow.
Me and Carlos, I don't have no respect for Carlos Adames. If we were in school together, we would go to the locker room. I'd destroy him.
Que no es igual decirlo aquí abajo, frente a la cámara, frente a ustedes, que decírmelo a mí allá arriba, frente al público.
It's not even about the light cameras and the actions. It's about I don't like him as a person.
Allá arriba, quien se sube no soy yo que estoy sentado aquí arriba. Quien se sube allá arriba es el caballo bronco. Un animal completamente diferente.
He said things, he's done things that make me say, okay, we're going to take it to that level. We're going to take it to that life and death level.
Aquí abajo es fácil hablar, decir, no, yo esto, yo lo otro, que le falta el respeto. Que se olvide de eso. Que somos él y yo que nos vamos a defender allá arriba y él tiene que tener huevo y cojones para defenderse de mí allá arriba.
There is fights where I have absolutely no respect for a person. And it's brutal.
Look, this one gonna be a good one, bro. This one gonna be a good one, man, for sure. It's gonna be an entertaining fight for as long as it lasts, but I think Carlos Adames gonna take it, man. Ammo saying he gonna take it to the life and death level, man. That's a little extreme. You know what I mean? I don't need you to, you know, I don't need you to be unalived in there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Go out there and fight your fight. But this thing, Carlos Adames, more skillful, more experienced, more mature fighter at this point. And Ammo gas tank is a bit sus down the stretch of fights. He do carry quite a bit of muscle, so that could be a reason for it. He's a strong kid, man. He you know, he can punch and all that stuff, and he got a lot of heart. He gritty, right? He don't give up when it get tough. He'll fight through it. You won't have to beat his ass, but Carlos Adames might have right with the doctor order. You know what I'm saying? It's not going to be an easy fight for Ammo Williams at all. I just don't see it. Carlos Adames, stylistically, this should be fun. It should be a fun fight for boxing right here. Looking forward to it. Like I said, Ammo look like he motivated. He got to be to fight this dude, and I just hope he prepared the right way. I hope he prepared the right way so we can get a good fight. I don't want to see him just get washed or did how Hamza did him filthy, man. That wasn't even close. He got handled. So I hope he's much better prepared. I hope he learned a lot from that fight. And we see it. He's able to apply it in the actual ring because he's going to have his hands full, bro. And that shit could get ugly fast. So I just hope, like I said, he put the work in, he in shape, and I hope he prepared. This fight can get crazy.
What fights are you looking forward to?
Bro, I really wanted to fight Shakur bad, and he's out here saying, "Oh, I'm the best."
He thinks he's the best, and he's already willing to go up to 144. Just go up 3 more pounds. You know what I mean? It's the same shit.
You're not gonna struggle. Fuck,
exactly.
You eating? Yeah.
Yeah, and that was that clip, man. So Ryan ain't on shit, man. He ain't trying to fight nobody. Not no damn Shakur. Like I said, I think ultimately it's gonna be other options that can be just as lucrative, if not more, and but safer. And I think when you weigh your options, you got Shakur, which is, I believe, is a dark alley because of how that fight could go for you if it don't go in your favor. And then you got a number of other options that could provide you with money and or more favorable matchup, should I say, than what a Shakur matchup would be. I think there's more unknowns in that matchup, with Ryan and how he'll perform against him rather than some of these other guys that's names that's through out there. So I think we're just gonna have to wait and see what makes the most sense for Ryan Garcia moving forward. But man, I wouldn't mind seeing him go to 44, 40 side. I wouldn't mind if we could see the fight any type of way. But they said a lot, him and his pops, and since then they backtracked on all of that stuff. They ain't keep their word. I'm not fully surprised. It's just what boxing has become, man. These guys ain't trying to they're not trying to risk it all the way they was making it seem. One last thing too, man. I did mean to bring this up too. The WBA prepared to pull their sanctioning out over the special WBC belt for Gilberto Ramirez and David Benavidez. Hey, look, man, just briefly, I wanted to talk about this. They've been facing some scrutiny for a while now. It seemed like it all started real, like the heat started with Bud when he stuck it to him, gave him their belt, and didn't pay them extortion fees. Then it trickled over to Shakur. They stripped him, tried to charge him. They went from 60,000 to 120,000 for a fight that ain't had nothing to do with them. Get what I'm saying? So much so, it was so much controversy surrounding that the WBO decided to charge Shakur less money for what he would pay for the sanctioning fees for the WBO title that he won, just because of what the WBC was doing, which is crazy. Then you fast forward to this situation, whole nother fight. You got Zordo Ramirez and David Benavidez, you know what I'm saying, about to fight for 2 titles. And because the WBC want to come in with some special belt, they ready to pull their sanctioning and not allow these titles to be on the line. That would be criminal. That would be disgusting, nasty work. Boxing got to get it together. Again, it's starting to look like the sanctioning bodies are not on the same accord. And the common denominator each time around when it's somebody moving, radical, it's the WBC. They make belts. They make reasons that call people an extra champion. They make belts for no rhyme or reason and end up charging money and fees for them or something. I don't like how they move. Seem like they all about money. Seem like they about milking the fighters for their hard work. Fighters go out there and risk their life for, these dudes fighting 12-round fights, getting knocked out, beat up, all types of wear and tear, 8, 10, 12-week training camps, just to keep having to pay so much money to call yourself a champion. And then when y'all see fit, you create a belt and make it be on the line to the point where you got the WBO and WBA ready to pull out. You get what I'm saying? Pull their sanctions from this fight. I don't even think if I ever heard of a threat of this sort, right? This is crazy. And I think to me, I think it's might be an answer to the question some people have, right? Why is the WBC always the ones that's able to come out and ask for extra money? Why is it them, the only sanctioning body that people have a problem with? And the question would be, I always wanted to know, how did these other sanctioning bodies feel about how the WBC moves? They move as if they're their own single entity and they don't have to answer for what they're doing. There's no rhyme or reason why they move the way they do. They create belts out of thin air and they confuse things. They confuse things. I think this fight was fine with the WBO and WBA titles on the line. Leave it be. It's fine. You don't need no extra belt. You don't need a special WBC belt. It's enough belts in boxing as it is. And that's why I say I don't trust what Mauricio put out there. He tried to make it seem like he all about the business of boxing and the sport and the fighters. And I know that's not true. I know it because of how he moved. He got favorites. He got put on blast and he continued to try to deny it, but he got favorites. And I just think they got to find another system that works because this is nasty. When sanctioning bodies starting to threaten to pull their sanction, and like, you got to think these are titles that Gilberto worked his ass off for. And to be threatened to then not even be able to allow to defend him and fight for him, right? It'd be crazy, all because the WBCs think they special. That's what it seemed like. They get asked a lot of questions and they can't explain why they feel like they special. So they think they supposed to get preferential treatment or some shit. That's the rhyme and reason. MMM yacht money making Mauricio Suleiman collecting cash is all he knows. That's what I'm saying. Nah, that's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. That's not true. That's not it. That's not it. Especially when he let them know that he was going up to take that fight. Ain't like he did it without them knowing. They agreed and they was fine with him doing so. He said they waited till the fight got announced and then they started sending emails about 120,000 for sanctioning fees that they had nothing to do with. You don't just strip him right away because he went up. Then if that's the case, Jerry, they would have told him that beforehand. They would have told him you going up to challenge him for 140 gets you stripped down here. They didn't do that. They tried to be underhanded and they wasn't even upfront about the fees. They tried to wait till a fight got announced. You get what I'm saying? And they probably heard the projected purse that these dudes stood to make, and they went from 60,000 to 120,000, and they tried to be slick, and he wasn't beat. You get what I'm saying? My opinion, because I'm telling you, Mon George was good with it. Something, it just don't seem right. Like it just don't seem right. It don't. So I hope they leave Benavidez and Zurdo alone as a fight because we need it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you get what I'm saying? He let them know, and they never told him. Like, my thing is this: he gave y'all a courtesy that y'all didn't give him. If y'all had intent to strip, right when he said that, even if it took some hours, a day, whatever, way before he got to the point where it get announced, you could have been like, well, you know what? Making that moves gets you stripped, or we're going to charge sanctioning fees. Maybe he would have had a different idea whether he was going to do it or not. But I think the way they chose to handle it, it showed intent. And it didn't work out. And I think Shakur made a smart move by not paying him. And again, this is my number one reason why, outside of the fight, the fact that they ain't had nothing to do with the fight. Number one reason why I agree with Shakur, they didn't give a heads up, right? No courtesy, right? Whatsoever. Nope. He said, did they did let him know beforehand? No, they did not let him know beforehand. They did not let him know beforehand. This is what I don't know what you listening to and what you watching. He made it very clear. He forgets what platform he was on talking about. Was it the one with Melo? He said, yeah, they waited till after the fight was announced and started sending emails about 120,000. You get what I'm saying? 120,000. I just lost my train of thought reading that, man. My number one reason why I agree with him not paying them sanctioning fees. Oh, the fact that they actually brought up his relationship with Crawford. That already told you what it was. That had absolutely nothing to do with anything. Absolutely nothing to do with it. The minute they did that, all bets is off. Hell no. So y'all couldn't extort him. So y'all think y'all going to extort me? Hell no. No. Aunt McQueen was good with it, bro.
I'd like to add to that, Just. There was another thing that I thought was really interesting too, where apparently, and then this again, we gotta assuming that everything Shakur said had merit to it.
Right.
Bro, he said that they originally agreed upon like 60,000 or something like that. So they had an agreement in place and they turned around and tried to double it. That's more than double it. That's real extortion right there.
He said the 60,000 was what he paid for the Zepeda fight. So I remember him saying when he contacted him, let him know, yo, I'm trying to go up to 140 and challenge Teal for his belt. They were cool with it. He said they made no mention of no sanctioning fees being stripped, nothing. Then he said after the fight was announced and he started getting the emails about the sanctioning fees for 120,000. He like, what? Like, this is after the fact. And I'm telling you, they try to trap him, right? They try to make him like, oh, well, you in it because they know that's a big opportunity. You're not pulling out of that. They heard the money he was standing to make. They knew it, and they like, man, he going to pay it. And then I think it backfired. I really do. It's intent, bro. It's how you do things too, man. It ain't just that you do things, it's how you go about them. If he coming to you, he obviously giving you the courtesy. He ain't just go do it, right? He like, hey man, I'm trying to go do this, and they basically like giving them the okay to go ahead. You know what I mean? The blessing, and then they know what they did. I think that was very strategic, man. And again, the biggest red flag. I don't need to see 2, 3, 4 bringing up Terrence Crawford. I said, hell nah. They try to use his relationship with Crawford as like a talking point. I was like, that shit crazy. That ain't have nothing to do with nothing. I said, yeah, they pissed off about how Crawford did him. And I remember before that information came out, I joked and said this. I was joking about it, but Lo and behold, they really brought that up and asked him. I was like, that's why. And it's like people don't do their homework because they like the narratives. Pay attention. Shakur said it. But y'all like, oh, nah, he tried to drag Crawford in his business. No, you dummies. They dragged him in the business, asking him about his relationship with Crawford when they had nothing to do with nothing. You trying to charge me money? What Crawford, me being cool with Crawford got to do with anything? And I know y'all like, well, Crawford probably told him not to pay. Why y'all don't think people think for themselves? Bro, it's very simple. He said, I will give the money to my daughter. I paid $60K for the defending the WBC title against Zepeda. How you going to go from that to double for a fight that I made? Me and Tio made this fucking fight. You didn't. Y'all didn't help me do nothing. The belt not on the line and none of that. And he already said he was willing to go back down to 35 and fight a Raymond Moore tie. That could have been a unification. And it could have been after he just sold out MSG with Tio. There you go. Mauricio, you could have had some money. But because they don't care about boxing, great fights, they only care about money. They don't give a damn about the best fighting the best. That shit ain't got nothing to do with their bottom line. You think they could care less? Nigga, he gonna create a damn belt the same way he doing right here. And if the moves that they make are not bogus, I don't think you'll have not one but two sanctioning bodies threatening to pull their sanctioning from a fight because of the special WBC belt. Get that shit out of here. You always got these damn trinkets and trophies, bro. We got enough belts. Y'all had David Benavidez running around with like 2 or 3 interim titles at one point. Get them shits out of here. It's confusing. He can't get a real when this man got like 3 interim WBC titles.
About that paper. And you just said something that was a major key. And this is the part that's getting left out of these conversations, bro, as far as their intentions with making fights. If it was all about things being fair and merit, them two gentlemen that they just had fight for the damn interim, who was that? Herrera and Nunez?
Yeah.
Why none of them dudes in contention for the vacant right now, for the full title?
Right.
Now they got Roach and Zepeda fighting for it.
You get me?
What was the point even having them dudes fight for the interim? That shit was
after
bogus.
making Shock and Cool Boy for the 35 interim. You telling me they don't be doing bullshit? They do, man. And I swear, the way it was unfolding, it looked like they was scrambling and trying to seal off, cross the rest of the T's and dot the I's. Like, yo, we miss opportunities here. We're gonna line the pieces on the board where somehow, some way, we're gonna get some sanctioning fees. And that's what it looked like. Bunch of interim titles floating around, making fights that ain't for 35-pound titles, for 35-pound interim titles. Like, this shit just nasty work and confusing. Like, they do whatever it takes to scrape up some money. And I'm not saying they don't deserve to like, our fighters don't deserve help, like the ones that's not in position to. But if y'all telling me at home, y'all comfortable with fighters risking everything, their lives on the line, and then somebody being able to tax them, astronomical amounts of money without no rhyme or reason or no real good, clear explanation as to why and where the money is going, you got me bugging. Y'all know it. Y'all hate taxes coming out your check that you work for, right? Or whatever the case, right? People don't like, you get what I'm saying? Now imagine somebody else taxing on top of that. You can be like, what? You want what? To do what for a belt that I fought for? Like, I'm telling you, if people put themselves in the shoes of them fighters, you'll understand it more. I would never be in favor of them sanctioning fees. I'm not against them per se, but I'm not on board with these practices because as a fan, the fact that it's out here and we have no clear understanding as to how they move and why they do what they do. And I think it's very obvious. The main thing that he tries to make it seem like it's not about, we know it's about that, and it's money. And I can't believe he's sitting in our face with a straight face and try to convince the world that this has anything to do with money. Like, yeah, all right, well, instead of making it 120K, tell Shakur, well, you know what, yo, Core, we was tripping. Make it $1, like you were saying. Yeah, you know what? We only need $1 for that. I guarantee you, he probably send you 1,000 of them. You get me? And you might get 10,000. Or you never know. You get me? Tell him it's $1 then, if it ain't about the money. It's definitely about that money, man. As soon as you realize you wasn't getting it, y'all stripped him immediately. The hell with future fights. The hell with if you coming back down to 35 to defend your title. Forget all of that. You went up and you ain't pay your fare. We taking this. Like, let me get this belt. We gonna find somebody else to fight for it, defend it, and pay these fees. And that's just what they did. Shit is crazy. It's crazy. Said the fighters should ask WBC to show them in the public. Okay. Fighters should ask WC to show them in public how many fighters they have helped in their time. Hey, look, the closest we got to that boxing dad, it's a female by the name of Claire Burke, right? I keep telling people that I can't forget her name ever since I seen it. She had a post a while back when this happened with Crawford, and she was breaking down the numbers and the fund, and she was telling you the year that it started and the money that they've gathered and gained since then. And she also showed that a particular fundraiser that took place in a certain year. And if you see the total income that of all the money that was reported, about half of that came from one fundraiser. So she like, when you see the figures and then you hear things like, oh, okay, how much money was it they was trying to get from Crawford? You see all that money, and they like imagine them doing this over a period of time. And she basically like the math is just not math. You get what I'm saying? Or it just don't. Like, it's not adding up. How are y'all only made what was like over 2 million or something like that in all of the years that you've been here? And you just think about all of the sanctioning fees, different amounts. You know, you got Canelo fighting, defending all the belts at one point. Just think about that check. So it just didn't make sense. And she used to work for them. So she had no dog in the race. She had no reason to like, she wasn't like a disgruntled employee or something like that. She just broke the shit down. She said the math ain't math. If the numbers didn't add up, shit didn't make sense. And Jerry, man, you it's like you wanted to be what you wanted to be, bro. You got to pay attention, fam. Or you got to just hear me out. Like, unless you willing to tell Shakur, unless you know more about Shakur than his business than what he said, right? He said he let them know. They had no mention about sanctioning fees or, yo, if you go up there, you lose your title. That's not always true. You've seen people have titles in more than one division. You don't just automatically get stripped. That don't work like that. That's not true. You know what I'm saying? It's up to their discretion, and he'll tell you that. Suleiman will say it. It's up to their discretion. Now, if they felt like they wanted to do it, that's the thing. They don't have to explain to you shit. They just do it. They make their rules up as they go along. They make and break them, bend them. They extra flexible with them. Like your dude put Mauricio, was it Chris Mannix? He had him on the ropes, man, reeling. He everything he was saying was spot on. So the hell with the rules, and the reason why I'm saying that, Jerry, not as an insult to you, but I can't go revert to some rules when they don't even apply them, you know, regularly or consistently enough across the board. That's why we had problems like what Terrence Crawford had a problem with. Nobody be trying to hear the fighters. They just think that this dude was just being ungrateful and he just tried to screw them over. Like, come on, he made too much money. That's petty. That's sucker shit. But he's saying, how come y'all asking for more than the rest? You know what? Still to this day, not one soul, including the president, has been able to answer that question. He keep downplaying it. That's how I know he's not being honest. He's not. Yo, it is about the money. It is. You ain't have no plan B. It's, yo, pay this fee or we taking this. Straight like that. It wasn't like, all right, Shakur, well, you going up there to 140. I understand you want to be great, but we do hold the title down here. And our rules state if you go up and and that's what he was saying. Our rules, like, they can do it. They can apply what they applied to Shakur is up to their own discretion. If they feel like they want to charge them sanctioning fees, even though the fight had nothing to do with them, they can do it. And you tell me that makes sense. They're not even following their rules. The part that trips me the most is like, I can see if they had helped make the fight at all, even with the belt not being on the line. None of that is the case. None of that is the case. It's very simple. When he defended that belt at 35, he paid $60K for it, fighting the number one guy in Zepeda, right? He did that. He had no problem. That lets you know he don't have a problem paying him, but he like, yo, I'm not going to pay you for nothing. And that's what people not getting. You cool with them just making up? Yeah. Well, you got to pay. So what? All right. So why don't the WBA and the IBF charge money too? Then why they at it? Why don't the other sanctioning bodies and look and dig this? Explain to me why the WBO seen it fit to reduce the sanctioning fees they charged him based on what the WBC was doing. Come on, man, make it make sense. They bogus. And then look, fast forward to now, and I've been meaning to bring this up for a little while. 2 sanctioning bodies out of the 4 are threatening to pull their sanctioning from the fight over to WBC. Do it sound like they in lock and step? No, it seemed like they getting fed up with their shit too. Like, y'all stick your nose and shit where it don't belong. That's what this seemed like to me. Right here, the threat. Why else would they threaten it? Over a special belt? They like, bro, get out of here. The WBC title is not on the line. You're not going to create one out of thin air and put it on the line in this particular fight. That's how you start watering boxing down, because the belt came out of thin air. Nobody won it. Nobody earned it. It's just out of thin air. Stop insulting the fans. We don't need that kind of shit. Keep your belt there. When it's time for them to fight for it, I'm pretty sure they're going to be more than willing to fight for that shit. Leave it. Come on, man. That sound like the WBO is getting tired of their shit, man. And I read this specifically with the Shakur Stevenson situation. They lowered the amount of money they charged him based on what the other sanctioned body. They basically like, man, these dudes tripping, man. They ain't representing right, man. We going, listen, this is what we going to do. Being that we know they over there trying to charge you an arm and a leg, and they ain't had nothing to do with it. We going to cut you a break. How real is that? Because don't tell me they doing it just to help the WBC. They probably see it the way he see it. Like, that is crazy. Come on, man. They don't think no other sanctioning body has the reputation of the WBC. And I'm not trashing them. I just don't like the way they move, because even when faced with very direct questions, they can't give answers that are reasonable. They can't give you a logical explanation. They can't elaborate in detail why it is that they're doing what they're doing. Shout out to Ty. What's good with it, bro? Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's crazy. What's good, bro? Shout out to my baby girl, the Queen Miss Just Do. It's in the building. How you feeling? How you feeling? Dre hit him up. What's good with it? Yeah, they let Jerry. Shout out to my dog, Blunt Sports, my homie, man. What's good, fam? How you feeling, G? Can we talk about the almighty Arizona Wildcats? I don't watch. What is that? College? I don't watch that. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to the Wildcats, though. But big shout out to my dog, Blunt Sports, for that 10-piece, putting that color in the chat, man. Appreciate the love, man. He said, hit that like and subscribe, support the content. You heard him. You heard him in my Leonard Ellaby voice. Support the grind. Hit that like button, super chat, cash app. Hit that subscription button. Hit that bell icon. Y'all know how I go. Hit
and we ain't never got a box again. Well, right. well. I already been getting these bets, but now it's time for you to get your just due.
Shout out to my dog Blunt. Appreciate you, bro.
Nah, for real. Push the goddamn button. Push it.
Yeah, push the
respect
button,
to Jerry, man, but it's very difficult for me to say, the rules are the rules with that uneven, sporadic ass enforcement.
Facts.
They pick and choose when they enforce certain rules, so you don't even know that these rules are rules. And then not only that, but
that's what I'm saying.
They're constantly making revisions.
Mm-hmm.
You go on the WBC website and there's a different rule when they see fit. Hell, they made up a whole new weight class. Was that the Bridger weight in between cruiser and heavy?
Right.
Like they just do whatever they want to do when they want to do it.
Right. The fact of the matter is,
Juneteenth belts. Like who the hell asked for a Juneteenth belt?
You get what I'm saying? The fact of the matter is they do a lot of questionable stuff. And I want to be clear with the things that I'm saying. I'm not attacking them per se, but we be trying to talk and get answers to the questions. And what we clearly know from following the sport closely enough, we know they do bend their rules when they see fit. And they do apply certain rules to their own discretion. Do you know how convenient that is? I was saying it before. I got to repeat it, not to beat a dead horse, but think about the audacity of a man that thinks because you hold a specific title in a specific division, that no matter what fight you have, if it's a title fight in any other sanctioning body, we can come and then tax you money for something that you didn't even defend and we didn't even help you, put together. Like, think about it. Like, let's just be real. Where do they have the right? And my question is, if you think what they're doing is perfectly fine, then you must have an answer as to why the other sanctioning bodies, the IBF, you get what I'm saying, and the WBA don't come left field and just charge money too, right? Why don't they just come out of nowhere and just, hey, yeah, man, yeah, you said 120. Well, we only need 6. Why they don't come do it? Why? You get what I'm saying? Why would the WBO cut them a break based on what WBC doing? And then, furthermore, last question: why would they be threatening two different sanctioning bodies, threatening to pull from a fight because of a belt? Sound like you get me? Sound like they having a problem with what they doing too.
They looking at him like, bro, you tripping right now. And he
Yeah.
moving like a crackhead because,
yeah,
yo, all of this instant gratification, if you were just a little bit more patient in both of these situations with the Benavidez and the Shakur situation, this fight's on the horizon for both of them dudes.
Mm-hmm.
If he comes back down to 175, David Benavidez, that is, he's talking about pursuing fights with Arthur Peterviev or Dmitry Bivol or whomever else. You know he's going to be in a big fight, so just sit back and don't trip. Just wait. And then you won't get the money that's rightfully yours because he's going to be defending that title. Same situation with Shakur. It's like, yo, if you would have just sat back and wait, you already manipulated the whole interim situation to put that belt in the hands of Oshaki Foster. But hell, you could have possibly been getting part of a unification in the event that Shakur would have came back down to 135. And he would have still been WBC champion. But he moving on some crackhead shit. Trying to double on the agreed upon fee.
Mm-hmm.
That's one. And then not only that, but you charging this man a bud tax. That's what we got to call it. It's a profit tax.
Right.
That's your man. I couldn't get him. I got to get you. It's like, yo, you moving like a crackhead, bro.
And they literally did that and wasn't shy about it. That's a fact. That's what they did. They really brought that man a relationship with Crawford up. Like, that was supposed to get him a leg up. That just probably, sealed the deal. It was the straw that broke the camel back. Core, like, what?
What's that brother's name, man? The one that he was on Andre Ward's platform. I can't remember what his name is. The dude who's like the attorney. Because he was delving into that quite a bit. Where he was saying that's essentially what they did.
Yeah, you talking about Josh Dubin?
Yeah, Dubin.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, man. I was like, Mauricio, if you just a little bit more patient, you got so many big fights on the horizon. And then the ill shit is he had 2 interim fights for the 135 title in the span of what, a month or so. Because remember, it was initially supposed to be Herrera and Nunez. He took that opportunity away from them, gave that to Shock and Cool Boy after Cool Boy missed weight. Then after Shock said he going back to 130, then all of a sudden he made it up for grabs and put it back on the table for these guys.
Yeah.
Then Herrera wins the title, the interim that is. And then now he's like, nope, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have Williams and Payne to fight Lamar Roach for the full title.
Right.
That shit's a slap in the face.
Darius, man. Yeah, they greedy, bro. They greedy, Darius. I agree. They the greediest ones. And then now it seemed like they getting more and more bold with it. Brave. Like, all right, well, we just right? They just all these stick ups without the
do whatever the hell we want to do.
Right. They're like,
and then people gonna be like, well, it's the rules. You need to look at the rules.
Right. They want to call yourself a champion, pay your fare. That's how they on it. Lay down and pay down. You know what I'm saying? Give us that money, man. We need it.
That's what I be saying, man. That's why that belt is, them 2 colors. Remember the great Bishop Don Juan? Green is for the money. Gold is for the honeys. That's how Mauricio be
moving up to 147. He already at 147. That's when him and Ryan fought at. That's how Ryan took his 147-pound title, WBC title. Facts. They pay $300K, but they strip you because they don't like the fight. And I'm telling you, this shit crazy, bro. It's wild, man. I just want to see the fighters get treated accordingly. And why I'm always going to lean towards the fighters, because they risking their lives. They the talent. But like, I believe in, like paying it forward and helping the sport, but I don't believe in extorting fighters for their blood, sweat, tears, and all their sacrifices and hard work. Like look, Jao Pattaya got his jaw wired, and he said it was 4 months jaw wired for that IBF. Look how they made him choose. Shit like that.
Mrs. Grandmother's funeral for that training camp too.
Facts. Mrs. Grandmother funeral. It was about to tear up, man. Like, people don't get it. And y'all out here, but you got to pay to be a champion. Then on top of paying, all right, they made their peace with paying when they actually defending the belt. Cool. But now, because I'm taking this opportunity with Zuffa, right now I got to choose. I can't keep the belt that I worked for and earned blood, sweat, and tears, got my shit wired for, right? Missing out on significant moments in families' lives, right? None of that. You can't get that time back, but I got to go keep the Zuffa belt and drop the IBF. Like, what are y'all on, bro? Boxing full of shit. And that's why I say, man, that's the only thing about Zuffa right off the top that kind of annoys me. Y'all come right in not wanting to play ball, bro. Y'all don't got enough talent to be playing like that. Y'all don't got the talent. I don't care how many random signings y'all do. One fight, one offers. Like, y'all don't have the talent to not want to play ball with nobody else, if you ask me. But being that there's so many fighters that's going to fall by the waistline and through the cracks, and because of situations like what we seeing with Boots and Virgil and Boots and Xander, those type of situations, Zuffa is going to always have opportunities for people. Watch. They know that. So instead of being mad, just accept it for what it is. But WBC president, you see him, WBO, WBA deny special WBC belt for Gilberto Ramirez versus David Benavidez. They, other words, keep that shit. We got our belts, and that's more than enough. We don't need to add an extra trinket on the line. Next thing you know, somebody gonna be paying sanctioning fees for a special WBC belt that he literally pulled out of thin air. And then he gonna make it seem like that specific special belt that don't resonate with no fan, because before the day of the fight, it never existed. Now you're going to try to convince people that that's the reason why these fighters are recognizable with the fans, because you got all these fucking trinkets attached to them. And I get it. When we be seeing guys with all the belts, you like, man, that's the, I get it, but we really ain't caring about that. And the proof of that would be, and another reason why I'm pissed off about Boots and Virgil not happening, because that's a prime example of a fight that would do great numbers, in my opinion, without any title on the line. You only need them two in the ring, and they'll take care of the rest. I guarantee you that. That shit will be like good dope. Y'all know what it is. Sell itself, man. You ain't gonna have to do nothing crazy for that. So disappointed in boxing, man. These sanctioned bodies, get it together. It sounds and it appears like y'all trying to extort fighters, and it appears that fighters are getting smarter, and you can't just hold it against them. Oh, you want to call yourself a champion. You're doing it at a time where guys are somewhat established, and you can't fully hold that against them and affect their bottom line the way you would like to, right? Like, you strip him of one belt, but look, he just picked up one and another one. Then he got the ring mag. Like, did you really hurt him? Like, you get me? Yeah, you did something, but you ain't really stopping shit. You know what I'm saying? So I just hope they get it together. And I hope Top Rank on DAZN means that fights like Boots and Xander could be put together easy. Fights like Boots and Virgil could be put together easy. Because the crazy part about Top Rank going to DAZN is that Golden Boy already been over there doing business with them. So imagine all three of them now giving us fights from each guy on their stable. They mixing and matching now. Come on, man. That knocks off two big fights right there for Boots. So I'm here for it, man. I just hope boxing continue to move in the right direction, man. That's all I could say, man. Can't have fees on the belt that you didn't defend, bro. Keep saying that. This fees was when he defended the belt. WBO, that's the belt that he won. That's the belt that he paid fees for. You gotta make it make sense, bro. It's right there. It's just common sense. And I think right here, this, like I said, this was the last straw. The WBC clearly pissing some of they sanctioning brethren off. They tired of this shit. They like, man, keep that little ass belt, man. Don't go ahead and you're gonna put a bunch of damn rhinestones or something in it and know what I'm saying? Make it sparkly or something, man. Get out of here. It's like that Juneteenth belt. That shit almost borderline disrespectful. I ain't gonna lie. Like, get it the hell out of here. Certain shit you just don't need. Like, you trying a little too hard. We don't need a whole belt, bro. We don't need it. Don't need it. Just don't. Certain shit is just unnecessary. And it better not be no damn fees attached to it. Better not be either, because that'd be criminal, bro. That'd be damn criminal. Man, while I'm wrapping up, man, I gotta get your thoughts, man, on the fight this weekend, man. What's your thoughts on Adonis and Ammo?
Man, I'm scared to death of Ammo Williams. I ain't gonna lie to you.
You scared for him?
I'm scared for him.
Yeah. Because he already talking about taking it life and death. I'm like, damn.
I could just see him getting stopped, man. I could just see it. That
Yeah.
damn fight that he had with what's my boy's name? The tall gentleman, Hamza Shiraz.
Yeah.
And then around that time, they were talking about a lot of the mental health issues that he was having.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping and praying his mental health situation is on the up and up.
I swear I hope it is.
But his last couple of fights, though, he's been looking kind of like the lights are on, but nobody's home.
Yes, that vacant look, and that
Yeah,
makes me
bro. You
feel
just
like he look, bro. I had to say this. I never said this online. I forget what fight it was, bro. It was a fight that I think he won, and it was a recent one. He still won the fight, but somebody was saying to me like they got like knowledge and information. They was like, "Yo, he shouldn't even been in there," and they know that, and they still put him in there. And I'm like, the only thing I can relate it to is that mental health stuff. Like that's why he got that specific dog. I think that was tied into that as well, like an emotional support animal. I think something like that to some degree, right? I just know he has been fighting some demons, but I remember, and it was somebody that's in the boxing circle, in the boxing space, saying it. Like they knew, like they shouldn't have put him in there, and they still did it. Like you hate to hear that. You know what I'm saying? Because I hope everything is wrapped tight. You know what I'm saying? I hope everything is on the up and up as far as
same here,
mental
man.
health go.
Same here. Because I was hearing that, he had lost somebody who he's really close to. I can't remember who it was, but somebody in his immediate family. And I know that's got to be tough to deal with that. Then you got to prepare for a fight. But that last fight that he had, he looked physically fit. Like you see him,
Yeah,
he looked like a damn action figure, but
he
just
do.
everything looked a tad bit delayed. Like he just looked like a step behind.
Like when your batteries start dying a little bit, and the you hitting the buttons on the control, but they responding, but it's a delay. Man, that's what it was like. It's like you said, the lights on and nobody home. It's
And
like
I
you
think
said, like
Carlos Adames is too sharp for him to be in there like under that condition. Facing
he
him,
can't be like that. He got to
nah,
be
he
switched
can't.
on. He got to be switched on, and he got to go get him now because you already set the table. You talking about? I'm taking it to the death level. I'm like, oh man, yeah, you gonna have to crash out. You gonna have to crash out. You gonna have to crash out. Shout out to Hen Dog. You gonna have to crash out. You just talked yourself into having to crash out.
Yeah, but I'm hoping that he's in reasonable enough condition, not just physically but mentally,
Right.
to where he'll be able to give a really good account of himself. Otherwise, I think he's gonna get stopped. I don't think he's gonna get knocked out, nothing like that. I
Yeah,
think
like
it might
stop
be,
TKO. Yeah.
yeah, I think it might
Yeah.
be similar to like how Adonis did J Rock. I think it might be one of them type situations. I think it might be one of
Mm-hmm.
those. But even I felt like the J Rock stoppage was a little premature, but on the same by the same token, I do understand that the refs they take into account a guy's history as well.
Right.
And we've seen J Rock; he's already been stopped by Charlo. He got stopped by Banana Rosario.
Right.
You know what I mean? So with Ammo Williams, it's like that Shiraz fight. That joint was brutal. I think he shaved a couple fights off of him.
Yeah, I think so too.
Cause them shots that he was taking in that fight were just way too damn clean.
Yeah, he's too readily available to be hit, man, and I don't
That
like
too.
that for him. Because I know like he got a passion. He's so like he's easy to root for because he just won it bad, right? But that's not gonna be enough. Like you gotta have the adequate skill, game plan, and approach, and you can't steamroll guys. Fight's gonna be tough, man. Like seem like you start running out of answers. And then the fight start dragging, and now he just getting popped with shots, head be on the line, muscles
Bro,
slowing him down.
that's the perfect way to describe that last fight. Because that last dude that he was in there with, no disrespect to him, but he wasn't on Ammo's level at all.
Nope.
And it just felt so drawn out. It's like, all right, Ammo, I'm not saying you got to stop this dude, but even if you're gonna whitewash him, you got to show some degree of separation. And it seemed like he could never really completely pull away.
Right.
And that dude was not on his level. And this dude, this dude was getting his coach vexed. His coach was screaming on him like, yo, what are you doing? You need to be doing X, Y, Z.
Right.
But then, again, Ammo, like midway through the fight, he just looked checked out mentally.
Mm-hmm.
Or as you put it, it's like he ran out of answers. Then he was getting hit with shit that he wasn't getting hit with in the first 2-3 rounds.
Facts, and
It's
then
like it
start
was so
looking bad.
frustrating, bro.
Then he don't really be having the answers on how to stop that from happening. Now it look crazy. Now a guy that's not on your level looking like he is, and it's looking like a war of attrition when it shouldn't be. Now you getting there with a better dude. I can't be confident that you beat him. You get what I'm saying? You allowing guys like that to put you through hell. Then Carlos Adames gonna do the same shit. Difference is he gonna be beating you while he doing it.
Exactly. I was gonna say that's about to be the difference. He gonna be putting real hands on that man, and because Carlos Adames can fight, bro.
He
Like,
really could, bro.
That dude can fight.
I like El Bronco, man. he could scrap, man.
I still don't like him because I heard the rumors that he did my boy real dirty in sparring. I ain't like hearing that. Caleb Plant. I love me some Caleb Plant. And I was hearing that Adames did him quite dirty in sparring. Can't remember who it was that he was preparing for.
Right.
But you see him in there sparring with Bud, he was holding his own. He wasn't out there. He didn't look lost.
Right.
And then that Shiraz fight, a lot of people felt like he won that fight. Like he got a raw deal in that fight. Now, Shiraz he had an injured hand, but so what? That ain't his problem.
Yeah, that's a fact. That is a fact.
And then he did my boy Filthy too, J-Rock. Love me some J-Rock. To this day, I'm not a Jamal Charlo fan because of the way he did J-Rock.
But
I respect him.
That's the only fight I rooted against one of the Charlos. That was the only
I respect
fight.
Jamal Charlo.
I love me some J-Rock at the time.
I'm still a huge fan of J-Rock. I'm still a big fan of J-Rock. I don't care how many times he lose. Or if he win, regardless of the result, that's my guy. Like once I got hip to him, I got hip to him, I think, watching an interview with Nazeem Richardson, like back in the day. It might have been like Fight Hub or something like that. And he was talking, he mentioned the name. He's like, yo, there's a kid coming out of Philadelphia, J-Rock. And I looked him up. I was like, man, I like his style. And he could box his ass off,
you know
too.
what's crazy? You know what's dope? Man, I seen him fight live before, bro. He fought on, if you go back and look, like if you go box record and pull up the event.
Yeah.
He fought on AB and Paulie Malignaggi. He fought on that undercard. Did he fight Joaquin Alcine? Something like that. I remember because he fought the fight, he won the fight, and I remember he was autographing the gloves and shit. I remember J-Rock. That's the first time I seen him fight. That was the only time I got to see him fight live. But I was a fan of him since then, way back then. And it's like it's crazy. I had to remind my brother that we actually see him fight before. He remember, like, yo, you remember, man, we seen him fight on the AB and Paulie undercard. Definitely was on the undercard. It's crazy. J-Rock, man, smart dude though, man. Smart dude, man. Yeah, ammo, man, 20-1. Been stopped once, 13 KOs. Carlos Adames 24, 1-1. That draw shouldn't beat her because he won that. It should not be there, man. It's gonna be a tough fight for ammo tomorrow, though. He better keep that his emotions in check. Keep them joints
and get his damn head off the line, brother. Get that head off the line. He just
what's his name? Terra Moana. I like him a little bit, man.
Yeah. The man with the name.
Him a little bit.
So nice they had to name him twice. Terra Moana.
He fighting Curtis Harper, the dude that walked out the ring that day.
Shout out to
He's
Curtis
still
Harper.
getting opportunities. He's still hanging in there, 19-12. Mari Jones pretty nice.
It's guys like that. They always gonna have a job as an opponent, man. Some guys are like 19-12, 5-33.
Like
they always gonna have a job
tomorrow, man. We gonna tune in, man. I feel like somebody asked me to call it. I mess around and call it because it's ammo and because of the main event. The main event or Mari, and you got that Terra Moana guy, big tall heavyweight guy that's cool to watch. Babyface said gatekeepers. Yeah, man, J-Rock, I think he did pretty good for himself though, outside of boxing. So I'm glad for him. Floyd Mayweather said one of his toughest fights was a gatekeeper. Yeah, Emmanuel Augustus. Yeah. It be like that. Those are the guys that because they have a ton of experience that, and no matter how many times you beat them, they still gonna get in there and try to win just about every fight. They gonna go in there and push you, right? Like their record doesn't mean nothing to them. They're not they just love to fight, and those gym rats, and those be the ones that'll push you to your limits. You know what I'm saying? Lester Martinez on Pro Box tomorrow too, yeah, for sure. So we're gonna figure it out with them cards, man. And
One more
call
thing about the gatekeepers, man. Gatekeeping is a business. It's an industry
yeah.
unto itself. Did I ever send you that
Yeah.
documentary, Just the dude with the dude from the UK?
Mm-mm.
There's a guy from the UK. He's a gatekeeper, and he broke it down why he chose that career path.
Yeah,
And he
because
was
I mean, look, yeah.
he was saying that basically it's only but so many spots, and then the guys at the
Mm-hmm.
top level, they're only but so busy nowadays, and it's not so much a matter of these guys being champions, but they're investments, and they're gonna be protected as such. So you can't have them fighting like how they fought back in the day, Sugar Ray Robinson fighting 8
Yeah,
times in 1 month or something like
yeah,
that, because you
yeah,
don't want there to be any. You don't want to increase the potentiality for these dudes to lose,
yeah.
because they're gonna either get burnt down, they're gonna get burnt out, or they're gonna get injured, or something like that is gonna happen. So that's why you have the guys who are basically career
Right,
opponents, the Gabriel
right,
Rosados of the world, and so on and so forth. Where
right,
these guys are more than capable. It's not like these guys are flat out bums.
right.
But if you want to stay busy and stay active, you can't be one of the top names like that. It's just not gonna happen. Because there's so
Yeah,
much influence from the promoters and the people in the suits.
yep. Facts. Shout out to Dre, man. He said, what happened with Shakur no Shockey situation? Look, it's simple. Shockey Foster had an opportunity with that 35 intern. He said he was going to press the button. But at the same token, Shakur was very resistant in giving him an opportunity or even entertaining that fight. The problem, I think, with Shockey Foster ultimately is he's not in the weight class where Shakur at, where it's real pressure. He's just calling for it from the sidelines, and with the one ticket that he had, he didn't cash it in, or he didn't treat it the way I thought he would have, being that he wanted that fight. And now he was asked to choose, the interim or your title at 30. He kept the title at 30, but not on no duck or scary stuff. My ideal is he was trying to get a unification, possibly, or maybe the winner is Sugar Nunes and Navarrete, and we now know that's Navarrete. But then he got this Raymond Ford situation, and from what I understand, shout out to my dog behind Ennis TV, Raymond Ford and his signed everything they needed to sign, and they waiting for Shockey Foster to sign his part of the contract, so we might be getting Ray Ford and Shockey Foster. Would I like to see Shakur and Shockey? Yeah, because Shock talk a good game, but he can actually box his ass off too. I know they got history there, so that always leads to a good fight. But I could also look at it on Shakur's side. What does it do for him? And it's crazy. If Shock was somebody that people really believe could beat him, right now it wouldn't have took for him beating Cool Boy Steph for people to be now making him a possible potential opponent of Shakur's, and now this is somebody that Shakur is somehow trying to avoid because he'll beat him. Like I don't even think most people that's talking about that believe that. You know what I'm saying? But I just think that it's the low hanging fruit. They got to try to find a way to make you less than. Like he just fought Tio, the most established champion at 40, and they're like, yeah, but why don't you fight Shock? And it's like, tell me, would that be going forward or backwards? Who would be getting the opportunity? He would be given opportunity to Shock for his belt, and he ain't never even fought in his division for real. So it's like, I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough, but I understand Shock. He a fighter. I respect what he's saying, where he come from. And anytime he get in the ring, I'm going to watch and support him. They personals is they personals, but if I had to take a pick, man, respect the both. But you got to do something special to beat Shakur, I believe. You got to be more special than him. And it's just not a lot of guys that's capable of doing that right now. That's not a long list of people. So I just don't think Shock is one of those guys. But no, I could say anything, It could all, I could be wrong, but I doubt it. I doubt it. I just don't see the interest, you know what I'm saying, for Shakur to fight him. 30, but the mandatory for the belt, but Corey ain't got it now. Yeah, and he ain't got the belt either. So I see Robson, Foster versus Robson too. Shit, either one to me, Jordan. I get why you said two though, but shit, either one for me. The one where they took from him, he said he was trying to showcase his boxing skill. Just imagine that, Jordan. Just imagine saying that's why you lost the fight, because you was trying to showcase your boxing skill. Think about that. So no, I get you. I mean, Shakur has always been a part of, like, one of the guys that my bad, John. Shakur has always been one of those guys that been making a certain amount of money, but I think for him, yo, it's just about big fights, meaningful fights, the ones that make sense. T.O. made sense for obvious reasons. I don't think Shock makes sense other than the fact that he calling for it. And look, I'm not against it, but I think if he ain't got nothing better and that fight is available, I would love to see it. But I think he got bigger fish to fry. You know, I like that fight with Moritai at 35, and I like any other fight for him at 40 with anybody that's of any substance, right? I would like to see it. So we'll see, man. But he made it clear as to what he want. He trying to make the most money for the biggest fights possible that he can make, the biggest and best fights. And I think as long as that's the ideal, can't be mad at him. So we'll see, man. But shout out to everybody, man, on this Good Friday, man. Another dope build in the books. Y'all know how we build over here. We gave boxing is just do how we always do. And real quick, I want to say something, man. Shout out to Najee from Cigar Talk, man. I don't know if y'all watched this card just the other night. He was commentating, bro. They had Najee in the ring, man. He always show love when I pop through the channel. As a matter of fact, I just got a notification. He's saying he about to come on in just any minute now. So shout out to Najee, man. From Cigar Talk to the ring. I think that's dope. Anytime people in this space have the platforms and then they get, invited on these different platforms to be part of something that's dope, man. So I think that's motivation for anybody that's out there, man. It's dope to see one of our own in the space, man, interviewing the fighters, man, in the ring. You know what he called himself, No Hat Najee, man. Shout out to him. I think that was really dope, man. For real, for real. Dope to see it, man. You know what I mean? One of the genuine people in this space. But let's see, y'all. Let's see if we get Xander and Boots. Hopefully, man, we get this fight. It needs to happen. Our Boots run the risk of repeating the shit he went through at 47 and the same scrutiny as well. So I think Shakur and Ryan at 144 is the play. I hope so. An outlet to get fights when there are a chance. There are weight class for instance, Boots should use IBF title 47 become mandatory background. The thing is, man, all that it's politics, Dre. So it don't just be that easy. It be politics. And look at it this way: when guys really want to fight, fights don't got to get ordered. You don't got to use titles to do this. They just they make it happen. You get me? Like, and that's spoken straight from the fighters themselves. They say when guys really want to make fights, fights get made. You could go as recent as Shakur and Tia. Fight got put together 1, 2, 3 because guys wanted to fight. You get what I'm saying? So many fighters, Morel and Benavidez, they wanted to fight each other. It happened, right? You just see it all the time. The two young fighters just put it all on the line. You know what I'm saying? But I'm telling you, that's the harsh reality. When nobody in their team is pulling them away in another direction and two fighters they're going to fight. I'm telling you. It's just that simple. They're going to fight. So I don't know, man. I'm not overly optimistic that Boots will get an opportunity against Zayas because I feel like he's very dangerous. And I feel like I could be wrong. Maybe they're going to want to go a safer route with Xander. I think they might want to go a safer route. They really might want to go a safer route. And Boots, like I said, it's just he bad for people business. You know what I'm saying? In the worst way, because he could wreck your fighter. And these dudes be talking about making it to their next fight. You might not make it to your next fight in the same, condition, like messing with Boots. That's what I'm saying. So that shit could be a Boots ass whooping could be extremely bad for your health. So, and then look, the thing with Bakram, Dre, fights with Bakram fall out because he don't have the best team. You get what I'm saying? He don't have the best representation. So they're not able to secure fights for him. And then he's looked at as a boogeyman, but in reality, they be fumbling their opportunities and his team be missing the mark. For real. So it's crazy, man. But that's just what it is. But 54 it's too much talent up there for them not to be mixing it up, and it's too much talent for Boots not to be able to get these dudes in the ring. As I stated earlier, somebody got to be willing to go in there and challenge the Phenom and kick his ass. Other than that, I don't know. It's gonna be tough sledding again for Boots, but that's my time on this Good Friday. Much love to everybody that pulled up. Shout out to everybody that continues to support and rock out with your boy. I appreciate every last one of y'all. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out, bell icon, sub to the channel, share the live, hype the live, and we gonna keep building. We'll be back tomorrow. Build on this boxing like we always do, y'all. Peace to the fan.
Representing Brick City, Shakur.
Finding those levels too. Look at that 4-punch combination.
It's a masterclass right now from Shakur Stevenson. That's what you're seeing. A masterclass. And Shakur meeting them with straight left hand.
Oh, there's a knockdown scored with the left hand.
Right now, we're going to give him his just due. Shout out to my brother, Just Due.